$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
At Seattle Credit Union, we believe in our communities and the people we serve. The path to U.S. citizenship can be expensive, which is why we offer citizenship loans to cover the costs associated with this process. We also offer a fee-based alternative for each citizen loan type for people who would prefer not to pay any interest. Visit seattlecu.com to learn more, or give us a call at 855-575-9352 to speak with a friendly loan expert to get started today. Seattle Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Well, Hasbro has announced there's a new place you can throw your money. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. They've got a new selfie series, and it is allowing fans to make an action figure that looks just like them. There you go.
Oh, wow. I got nervous at first. I thought it was going to be like a series of people holding their cell phones, taking a selfie of themselves. I'm like, is this what action is now?
Yeah.
In action figures.
Right? Get your favorite action figure taking a picture of themselves.
Woo-wee.
It's pretty awesome. And I'm looking at you, Pop. At some point, you're going to do that for us, too.
Oh, dude, I know they do some kind of custom stuff, but not to the level, I think, of what we all would want. But once they do that, those custom Pops are going to be insane.
And they're saying that this feature will be available this fall, cost less than $60.
That's not bad.
Oh, wow, I'm looking at some video now where they're making people look like Power Rangers.
Yeah, you have like different, from what I gather, it's like there's different Hasbro series, like, Marvel or Power Rangers or things along those lines, and you could be put into that universe.
Sweet, can I be a turtle?
I don't know.
That'd be amazing. If I had I with a turtle body.
I need to see if Hasbro's making wrestling action figures.
There you go.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you'd want that. Here's Brian Chapman. He's the head of global design for Hasbro, and he's talking about the selfie series launch.
We realized that our fans wanted to become the characters in the stories that they love. Fans just kept telling us, we want to become an action figure. To the fan, we're delivering one figure, right? It's that bespoke figure that is you, that you're going to get in the costume that you want, with the hairstyle that you want, with your face on it. So you are becoming that action figure.
That's the funny part, is that I feel like I'm the easiest customizable person ever because they don't even have to put hair on. Whenever I do these things, I'm always just like, man, whatever is the template, you don't have to add anything.
No, they'll just send you Vin Diesel's action figure on something.
Or
that's all they're going to do.
You don't have to worry about facial hair.
No.
I mean,
the discontinued Fast and the Furious series.
Yeah, really, you're easy.
We've got some screw ups that we have of Vin Diesel. It's not perfect. Good enough for Steve. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guarantee you that they're going to go, yeah, Steve's the easiest guy. We already have these made. So,
it's like when I customize, when I used to play video games, I would customize myself into like a wrestling video game. It's like, oh, all right, let's move past the head and face, because that was just whatever they give you is good enough. Or Bitmoji. Yeah. I don't even have to bother.
The default mode.
I am. I'm the default face.
Yeah, you are. You really are. It's like, oh, yeah, here's the face with no hair and oh, that's Steve.
I think about getting a tattoo on my face just so that way I can make things a little difficult for these customizations.
Please?
Yeah.
Like, why'd you get a tattoo? Because I wanted to make people's lives a little bit more difficult. Same with like a caricature. If we go and did something like that, it's like a straw circle. Oh, there's Steve.
Oh, that's it. That's all you got to do.
Blake, Mr. Potato Head.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you really are not unique.
I'm sorry. This isn't the roast of Steve Migs, but it's just turning into it again.
Really
I know.
is.
I'm the easiest subject for, many things, but also customizable action figures.
Sorry, buddy. Well, and on the other side, though, your arms, not the easiest subject. Though I suppose they
slap
could get
some sleeves on it.
Yeah, they could just get some little kid just to scribble all over the arms and
Bunch of
count.
stickers.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. Hasbro doing the selfie series, and they're not doing pre-orders yet, but you can sign up to be notified at HasbroPulse.com.
Would you do it, BJ?
I would let somebody do it for me. I think that's a perfect gift for somebody.
Well, it's not like you have to go to the factory and make it.
That's what I'm saying is that I know what you're saying. I'm not going to do it for myself, but I have friends that probably will gift this to me. I just know how my friends are.
Ooh.
Like they all probably would go, here's a great gift. You looking like
Gary
Spider-Man.
Ridgway. Oh.
They don't do the Gary Ridgway
Wow.
series. That's
Thanks,
Mattel.
man.
The serial killer series.
Yeah. Hasbro has standards.
Well, Ghostbusters is the closest thing. If you put me in a Ghostbusters uniform, I probably do look like Gary Ridgway.
Like, we need to really kill these ghosts. We'll bring in the serial killer.
That's what we'll do.
Wow.
Yeah. How about, I think everybody would do. I know Vicky would do it, right, Vic?
Yeah, I just can't decide which character.
Which character would you go? Would you go Power Rangers or Spider-Man?
Like, I always loved the Pink Ranger, and they say Marvel characters like Spider-Man and Black Widow, but are there other characters I could do?
Oh.
I do Star Wars just to troll BJ.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you be trolling me?
Because I have him put my fingers like a Vulcan thingy or whatever, like the nanu thing.
There we go.
The V.
If they would do that, I would. You know what? I would support that. I'd buy that for you because that would be hysterical.
It would be amazing.
Or if they can make me an Ewok.
Oh,
at least you have hair on your face.
Thanks, Rev. What if they made me a bald Ewok? I'm one of them.
Even better.
I'm a hairless Ewok for those that have allergies.
Oh, God.
Dude, seriously?
Han Solo, he was allergic to Ewoks.
Just picturing like when they shave dogs, because when they go to the vet and stuff, and they have like that bald spot like in one area, and it looks really awkward. That's what I'm imagining your face just shaved.
Yeah.
That would be so awesome to see your head on top of an Ewok's body. That would be pretty hysterical.
I mean, it's pretty much what life is. Like, from the neck up, I'm hairless, and from the neck down,
there you go.
I'm a hairy Ewok.
It is pretty much the story of a man aging.
Rev, what character are you going to be?
I don't know. I'm just envisioning a hairy Ewok, and it's horrifying.
You should be one too.
Yeah, you'd be Thanos.
You know what? I want that as our promo picture. Me looking like Gary Ridgway in a Ghostbusters outfit, and you as the hairy Ewok. That's our new promo picture.
Yeah, that's actually pretty amazing.
Rev, I think you should be a hairy Ewok too.
You know what? Solidarity.
Yeah, because you got at least have the facial hair. So at least that most of you you'll have a mostly hairy face.
But we both definitely will not have any hair on the top of our heads.
Who the hell is Dan? Danny's a Power Ranger.
Thank you. Yeah.
Orange.
Orange Power Ranger. Yeah, there's not even one, but we're going to make one.
Dude,
exactly.
I'm paying $60. You paint that thing orange for me.
True.
Fair.
That's true.
All right.
Neon orange. Like the one that you see in blacklight.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he said Steve could be Darth Vader without a helmet. That's rough.
That's true.
That's so true. You know what? It wouldn't take much. Just a couple scars here and there. Boom. You're Darth Vader.
Boom.
Oh, that's
Boom.
great.
Yeah, there you go. Wow. So anyway, go to HasbroPulse.com to get notified when the selfie series is ready for you to put your head and make yourself an action figure on any of these characters.
I'm going to guess it's going to be ready to go before December.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise,
totally
they're missing a lot of money.
It better be. You're right. It better be. And a lot of us adult children are going to purchase these.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people pay like upwards of like $100 to have a customized figure of themselves. Like, do like Etsy shops and things along those lines. I mean, not that $60 is cheap, but I think it's if you're into that and you really want to spend that kind of coin to get a custom whatever, it's cheaper than most places.
You see how much money people are paying on these pop figures, dude. $60 seems reasonable to me. I mean, I know what people pay for collectibles. I think $60 is under 60 very reasonable for us geeky people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're willing to spend money for something as ridiculous as this.
Yes.
I know I am.
But I know my friends. They'll get me something. It'll probably be very trolly. It'll probably be one of you guys, as a matter of fact. And, I can't wait to see what you guys put my head on. Yeah.
So it's a Jar Jar Migs.
I
love
Lisa
it.
likes that idea.
No.
I love it.
No. I would rather have.
Migsy likes that idea.
Okay, Jar Jar Rev. I mean, you got to pick
Jar Jar Rev.
I'm out. Yeah, Jar Jar Rev.
I'm out. We're done.
Rev could be the
Migs.
clown from Spawn, somebody said.
Oh, he'd be a good one.
Violator.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Steve the Shrek, of course. I mean, the Shrek one.
I mean,
I don't know if Hasbro's making that.
That's the thing. We got to see if this is popular. Hasbro's probably going to get a lot of licensing to just do everything. But I don't expect Pop to take this lying down. That's all I'm just saying. Funko will not take this lying down. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, why would a woman have to pay nearly $2,000 for a half-eaten Subway sandwich? Well, Steve's going to tell you why. He has the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
At Valentine Roofing, we love our customers, and our customers love the service they receive. That's probably why we've won several awards, including the Angie Super Service Award, Next Door Neighborhood Favorite Award, and the Howe's Best of Service Award. From roof cleaning, gutter installation, to roof replacement, our promise to excellent customer service begins with the very first phone call. This Valentine's Day, we want to return the love with a free material warranty upgrade and priority scheduling based on your schedule. Go to ValentineRoof.com and enter promo code LOVEMyRoof.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks a lot, Tigers, for giving us the Migs Report. And today, it's a special day for all the goats out there.
Oh!
It's Stick Out Your Tongue Day.
I see what you're doing there. Okay, I didn't want that. Nope.
I celebrated Goat Day on Sunday, and I ate one.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Gosh.
Did you eat the tongue?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good.
Just the shank. I don't know what part of that comes from, but
I'm going to guess in the butt.
All right.
I'm going to guess in the butt. That's my new hit single.
I'm going to guess in the butt.
It's also National Friends Day, so maybe eat some goat. Stick out your tongue with your friends.
Wow.
And I didn't even know this game still existed. Maybe they're going to change it to National Wordle Day, because today is National Words with Friends Day.
Oh.
Remember Words with Friends?
Yeah. Wow. That's all I remember is Alec Baldwin getting in trouble on an airplane for playing it.
Right, because he was so obsessed with that game. I forgot all about that game until today.
I remember one Christmas we all sat around literally on Christmas playing Wordle with the family. Everyone sitting in the same room, not saying a single word. And one person walks in going, "What the hell are you guys doing?"
Merry Christmas.
Yep. Coming soon to Hallmark Channel, the Millennial Christmas.
They're our friends, and we're sharing words.
Mm-hmm. What a great night. We didn't speak to each other, but we were together in each other's presence.
Kind of like that. Well, that's pretty much anybody hanging around the table with a cell phone, isn't it?
All right, let's talk about this incident that happened at a Singapore airport. Apparently, an Australian woman was trying to travel, and she had a half-eaten leftover Subway sandwich in her bag.
Okay.
Now, you would think, okay, big deal. Eat the sandwich. Everything's fine. Well, apparently she needed to declare that sandwich for whatever travel reasons, and she got dinged with an $1,820 fine.
What?
She had to pay $1,820 because of a half-eaten Subway sandwich.
I have no idea why that's the case. I don't know international rules, but wait, so she came off the plane, she went on the plane, what was she doing?
She just forgot. She must have got off the plane and forgot to declare this half-eaten leftover sandwich. Or maybe she was getting on the plane, and while they went through the sandwich TSA check, they noticed that the sandwich was in her bag.
Wow. And this is Singapore?
Yes.
Well, Singapore is an interesting country. They're a lot more serious than other countries.
Well, fortunately, somebody at Subway caught wind of what was going on, and props to Subway. Not only do they eat fresh, but they take care of expensive fines because
really?
Apparently Subway repaid her for the trouble.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that's cool.
Not their fault, but you know what? It's her fault for not finishing the damn sandwich, personally.
At that point, you should just eat the whole thing.
Rules are rules.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? She's probably not like a crazy person like me and only eats till she's full.
Yeah, you get a foot long, you eat the foot long. You don't save any for later, especially when you're traveling in Singapore.
Yeah, I bet that was the problem, was that the foot long was a good deal, but she knew she couldn't do the whole thing.
Well, the next time get a 6-inch and you have to worry about these problems, you terrorist.
You get the other 6 inches for later. That's what
she said.
Okay, there we go.
All right, let's move on from one strange story about food to another.
Yes.
As a man was arrested because he called 911 in need of some Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right.
No,
Steve, Danny.
In all fairness, he was just trying to do a solid for his girlfriend. He's 37 years old, and on Saturday night, he called 911 and said, "Hey, can you bring my girlfriend some Sour Patch Kids?"
He was high.
No, he was drunk.
Oh,
He was
okay.
heavily intoxicated.
Sorry, but I knew he was one of those. I took a chance. I rolled a 50-50 on that.
The cops were like, yeah, we didn't know if it was a prank call or not, but then they asked him, hey, why did you call? Did you really call for Sour Patch Kids? He just smiled at them and walked away.
Yeah.
Well, then they tried to, said, hey, you can't just misuse 911.
Yeah.
He started to be a jerk to them. They then needed to arrest him. He resisted, so then they had to put him into handcuffs, all again because of Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, he was
you know
arrested.
what? It's one thing to just go, yeah, I'm sorry, officer. But to be an idiot, well, you know what? You're going to get arrested for that.
We have lots of ridiculous stories about food, but this one I'm a big fan of. It's so stupid, but it just brought a great smile to my face because I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big fan of when brands, like food brands, start talking trash on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Wendy's is giving Burger King a hard time, or Quiznos, I don't even know if they're on social media. They're yelling at Papa Murphy's, whatever it may be. But I do love what this one McDonald's and Dairy Queen did in Missouri. They decided, you know what? We don't need social media to have beef between each other. We did it on our giant signs outside of our stores.
Oh, really?
And it all started with McDonald's. For some reason, this small town in Missouri, the McDonald's there, just put up a sign on the giant reader board that said, hey, Dairy Queen, you want to have a sign war? Then Dairy Queen's just like, we would, but we're too busy making ice cream.
Oh.
Okay. So they come back and like, wow, salty, like our world famous fries. So then a random bank, Arvist Bank, jumped in and it said, don't be salty on our account.
Oh, I like this.
The DQ's like, you know what? We're going to lay down the hammer. It says, we'll behave or we'll flip you like our blizzards. Then McDonald's, I don't know. I felt like they were kind of shooting themselves in the foot with this when they decided to respond with, that's cute. Our ice cream makes itself. To which Dairy Queen responds, you mean it actually works? Shocker.
There it is.
That's what happened, yeah.
Mexican restaurant got involved. The Taco Bell got involved. The bank continued to start. I like the bank jumped in again going, ice cream machine broken? We have a loan for that.
Very nice. Okay.
It just kept going and going. Then they took a shot at Sonic. Sonic, I don't think ever responded. Wendy's jumped in for a second. Hey, Arch, meaning McDonald's. How long does it take to thaw your frozen beef?
Oh, wow. It went from sort of like a silly thing to people getting personal.
Oh, yes. Very personal.
It got personal on that one.
I have a feeling things aren't very busy in that small town in Missouri.
Well, and props to the Mexican restaurant for pointing out they had fried ice cream, which is delicious.
I've never had fried ice cream.
Oh,
you're missing out, man.
Really?
I don't know why, but it's hard for me to wrap my head around. I don't want that pressure of it melting too quick.
You won't have it.
Really?
No, it's super frozen how they do it. It's a miracle.
Okay, next time I'm around somewhere I get frozen ice cream or fried ice cream, I think I'll get it.
It is a wonderful miracle that I don't know how it happens, but they do it well.
Is there a certain flavor to it, or?
Well, it's usually vanilla, but you can get some places might have a different flavor, but it's vanilla with a wonderful fried batter around it that's just fantastic.
It's usually cornflakes.
Is that what it is? It's cornflakes?
Yep, they crush up cornflakes. I've made them before. You roll the ice cream, freeze it, roll it in cornflakes, freeze it again. You fry it for a few seconds, and then sometimes whipped cream, chocolate syrup, whatever you want.
Not opposed to any of these things.
Fantastic.
Wow, that's the way to get me to eat cornflakes. I never knew that's what it was.
There you go. Eating healthy now, buddy.
Healthy.
I mean, that's the way to eat anything. Deep fry it.
I'm going to go to my doctor and say, hey, I'm getting my cornflakes. What do you think of that?
Can we just have a moment to show some love, I don't know, for a certain man by the name of...
Home run,
Ah, man, the J-Rod show was in full force yesterday at the Home Run Derby, part of the All-Star festivities that happened yesterday. Unfortunately, he did not win the Home Run Derby, but he hit the most home runs. If it was like soccer and an aggregate thing, he would have won this thing handedly. He was crushing balls, BJ.
He was. It was. I watched it. It was so much fun, and he was the highlight. Everybody was talking about this guy, and Seattle is now on the map for baseball.
It was pretty cool. He was definitely the talk of the Home Run Derby. I mean, obviously he didn't win it. Juan Soto won it. He's a very young player too. He plays for with the Washington Nationals. He was just crushing some balls as well. But it was fun watching Julio. First round, he hit 32 home runs.
Yeah,
that was insane. Second round, 31 home runs. And then sadly in the final round, just didn't seem like he had that same power because they only hit 18. which each round they go head to head, and Soto ended up beating him. So,
and that's what hurt him. If he could have hit a couple of deep balls, he would have had extra time added on, which might have given him some more home runs in the shot. But he didn't get the extra time, and Soto did.
I haven't watched the home run derby in forever, and I forgot how much fun it is to watch the chaos that happens in the outfield because they have all these kids with gloves, trying to catch the home runs, the balls that don't go out of the ballpark, so the foul balls or the pop flies, and it's just like pure chaos as all these kids are struggling and battling to try and catch the ball. It's pretty entertaining.
To show you how difficult it is to be an outfielder when you see randos out there trying it.
Well, also these are like 12 years old and younger. I mean, are we expecting much?
Still, it's not easy to do, buddy.
Fair. So overall, Julio Rodriguez, he had the most total home runs with 81, but didn't win it. And Soto had the longest shot at 482-foot home run.
Yeah. That's what a great and then he was basically announced. They said, you know what, he is officially here. Take notice. And they kept talking about how he's hosting it next year. That's what they kept saying. And
Julio is
because the Mariners have the we have the All-Star game, but which means he's kind of like, does he have to be? He has to be invited, right? No matter what happens.
After that performance, I can't imagine he's going to slow down much. I think things are going to be great for the rest of the season for Julio and probably next. And I'm willing to put it maybe $1 or $2 on it, not a lot, but that he's going to do well next year.
Yeah, like Albert Pujols. I don't know the kind of season he's having, but he definitely. But I don't think he made the All-Star team. I don't remember seeing his name, but they invited him because it's his last season, and they thought, okay, he's had a great career. Let's give him a lot of love. And he has kind of faded a little bit to the point where, but this is it. They tried to celebrate him, but I think J-Rod stole the show.
Oh, he absolutely did. It was, and then I see Ken Griffey Jr. was there, and Rev sent me a great tweet where he was taking pictures of Julio Rodriguez because he was taking pictures for Major League Baseball. So that was pretty cool to see.
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like a rando. It was just like
very unassuming.
And it was, but that good for Ken that he still loves the game enough that he's taking pictures, doing stuff. I thought that's cool.
Oh, absolutely. So then tonight you got the All-Star game. We'll see Julio Rodriguez and Ty France from the Mariners taking part in the big game.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then everything comes back on Friday as the second half of the season starts up against the Houston Astros at T-Mobile Park. Friday night's game is sold out.
Yeah, I saw that. And look, for a lot of you folks that might be just sort of casual fans or just getting on the bandwagon, we could see something really cool because the two people that were in the finals, according to Larry Stone, could be on the same team. Because Juan Soto is the Nationals want to get rid of him because they're not going anywhere. And Larry Stone, who writes for the Seattle Times, really believes the Mariners should go after this guy. He would be an amazing outfielder, and he's also not going to be a free agent for a couple of years, so it wouldn't be one of those just seasonal rentals.
So
I don't know.
So is this like a rumor that's going with the whole league, or is this just Larry Stone's wish list?
Well, he could very well be just Larry Stone's wish list. But you're going to have to give up a lot for him, and that's the problem. Is will the Mariners want to sell the farm to get? Then that's a question you ask. Would you do that to get somebody of this guy's caliber?
Well, we have a huge farm.
Yeah, I mean, is it now time? Are we do we want to rise now, or maybe just see where we go with what we've got?
No, we rise now.
Yeah. So how cool would that be if the two home run derby guys end up being outfield teammates?
That'd be badass.
Yeah, that would.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
So the Kraken, they've made some pretty good offseason acquisitions. Their draft was great. They picked up some great players. Free agency, they picked up some solid players as well. And now they just had another great pickup, BJ.
Yeah.
This time in the broadcast booth. They just announced, or I guess a league source has confirmed. I don't think the Kraken have officially announced it just yet, but it looks like it's going to happen. Eddie Olchuk is going to be joining the broadcast booth with John Forsland and JT Brown, which is huge.
So it's a threesome.
Well, the way it's going to work is both John and Eddie are still doing stuff with TNT, with like the national broadcast games. So it looks like that'll help for when like one has to go do stuff with TNT. They'll still have but I mean, at times there'll probably be all three of them in the booth, which will be pretty damn awesome. Eddie Olchuk's great. He's really good. So I think if you're a new hockey fan, you're going to love his analysis. And if you're an old school hockey fan like myself, you've been a fan of what he's done both on the ice and then now off the ice with his broadcasting abilities. So that's a really good pickup. He was doing stuff with the Chicago Blackhawks, so nice that he's leaving that dumpster fire.
So is he more of an analyst, or can he do both play-by-play and analyst?
More of an analyst.
Yeah.
But I would imagine if need be, he could probably step up or at least be there for when whatever they decide to do. But yeah.
Because you know what? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with having another hockey dog in the booth.
Yeah, I know some people are worried about JT Brown, if everything's going to be okay with him, but a source says that they're still... I guess they still have to re-sign JT. I don't know how the contracts are with broadcasters and things like that, but they believe everything's going to be fine with JT still coming back, which I would hate to see him go, because he, granted, very fresh and new to the world of broadcasting, but I thought as the season went on, he really did a great job.
Yeah, I like the way he called. I like the way he analyzed the game. It was, like you said, very, very fresh. And, you like those young dudes getting in there, just giving you a different perspective of just how to see the game.
And having a dude like Eddie Olczyk right by your side to help you, get better, that doesn't suck.
Nothing wrong with that, buddy.
As far as weather, what doesn't suck is the weather today. High is 77, going to be sunny.
Nice.
That's the Migs report, and that's what's up.
Oh, nice work, buddy. Yesterday, Steve, though, not such nice work on this one as he got it wrong.
Who was the third person to fly to space as well as being the oldest to do so?
Amelia Earhart.
No.
Buzz Aldrin.
No.
What's the other guy?
Well, yeah.
Chuck Woolery.
No.
Well, we don't know for sure that Amelia Earhart didn't fly to space.
We never found her.
There was a Star Trek episode about that where they
How about that?
So they did meet Amelia Earhart and they were in space. So
it's time to start that conspiracy theory.
Yeah, we were looking for John Glenn though. That was the correct answer. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on the Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Ring in the relaxation in 2023 with Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa facial services. Tailored to your individual skincare needs, their facials will give you radiant, healthy, glowing skin. Introductory pricing starting at $79.95. Restore, relax, and reset at any one of the 8 Seattle area Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa locations, or search for the location nearest you and book online. Restrictions apply. See spa for details.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle, bringing you Pain in the Grass.
Gonna be a party, BJ.
3 big days, Steve. Labor Day weekend, man.
It's always fun hearing from some random friends I haven't heard from in years.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing how things have been.
Oh, that's exactly
Concert
what
season is back.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, you're absolutely right. Oh, hey, look at you. Yeah, you haven't talked to me since before concert season was canceled.
I got nothing for you. Talk to you next year.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if you want to get tickets to the big show, you could, you know what? Steve and I do have the hookup. It's called Ticketmaster. You really ought to, it's really something.
And then you get to see great bands like Incubus on Friday night of the Labor Day weekend. And Saturday, Alice in Chains, man, celebrating the 30-year anniversary of Dirt this year. So that's going to be a lot of fun to hear songs from that record that just, can't wait to see those guys live again. And then Sunday, we're wrapping things up with Sammy Hagar, and then what band that we both love and I'm obsessed with. I absolutely love the Glorious Sons. So it's going to be great to see them on a Sunday. But the best part, is the big party that we have, BJ, the BJ and Migs party.
That is the best part because you know what, you get a free drink if you hang out with us. It's a quiet area, or at least a little bit more of a chill area. And who knows what tchotchke you'll get?
You get a shirt. We'll get with some food as well. I mean, when you add up all the stuff, it actually is a great deal. Great ticket, food, drink, shirt. I mean, you're an idiot if you don't get them, and the tickets are selling quick for those. So get them before they sell out. Okay, all right, maybe not an idiot.
Wow.
You're displaying idiotic behaviors.
Oh, there you go. See, you don't hate the player.
Right.
Yeah, hate the game. Okay. Ticketmaster is where you get the tickets. If you want more information, you know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah. Scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
It is time for Beat Migs, and it's Tuesday, so let's turn down for Julio Gulio.
Charge out for what?
Julio Grand Slam! And I would like to say that I feel that ever since I changed Tuesdays to turn down for Julio Gulio, it has not hurt him.
In fact, I think that's when he started his streak of being a hot player.
Exactly.
Before that, he was he was a buzz.
He was, yeah.
We were excited about him, hoping that he would be good.
Now he is world-renowned, nationally known. Everyone saw him last night. Well, I didn't, but everyone else did.
He's a bona fide superstar.
Man.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun seeing him get, he was the talk of the home run derby, and then he showed why he was the talk of the home run derby, just smashing, and almost won the whole thing,
cranking dingers left and right.
Yeah,
cranking them dingers.
Yeah.
That out of baseball context is the strangest thing I've ever said.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Corey in Redmond. Corey, are you there?
Yes, I am. Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Are you ready to crank some dingers?
Oh, wow, no.
Try.
Okay.
That's all you can do.
Get out of here. Get out of here. For those playing at home, Corey will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Corey, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Sure am.
Which comedian played the role of Alan in the Hangover movies?
Yes.
What is the Italian name for squid in a restaurant?
Calamari.
Yes. In Disney's Dumbo, Dumbo is made fun of for his large what?
Ears.
Yes. Which North American country grows the most avocados?
California.
No.
Mexico.
Yes. Which famous detective is Benedict Cumberbatch known for playing on TV?
Repeat the question.
Which famous detective is Benedict Cumberbatch known for playing on TV?
Pass.
How many signs of the zodiac are there?
12.
Yes. Brian May played which instrument for Queen?
Bass.
No.
Pass.
How many moons does Mercury have?
4.
No.
3.
No.
7.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4 correct.
All right.
There's only so many instruments.
Okay, you did not pick 2 others.
Hey, it's Corey's game. This is how Corey plays
fine,
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think Steve's gonna was that smack a dinger or
he's gonna crank
a dinger.
Crank a dinger.
Get it
That's
right,
That's
Rev.
right. I wanted to make sure, and I got it right. Thank you for having my back there. Steve, are you ready to crank some dingers?
You know it.
All right then. Which comedian played the role of Alan in the Hangover movies?
Steve Carell?
No,
Zach Galifianakis.
Yes. What is the Italian name for squid in a restaurant?
Oh, calamari.
Yes.
Or as my mom would say, calamar.
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 In Disney's Dumbo, Dumbo is made fun of for his large what?
Ears.
Yes. Which North American country grows the most avocados?
California.
No.
America.
No.
What North American country?
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yes.
Whatever.
Which famous detective is Benedict Cumberbatch known for playing on TV?
Sherlock Holmes.
Yes. How many signs of the zodiac are there?
13.
No.
12.
Yes. Brian May played which instrument for Queen?
Guitar.
Yes.
Guitar.
How many moons does Mercury have?
2.
No.
3.
No.
4.
No.
6.
No.
9.
No. How old is Kevin in the 1990 classic Home Alone?
8.
Yes. Beantown is the nickname for what?
Boston.
Yes. And Steve, you win 9-4.
Oh.
Almost that perfect 10.
Yeah,
Almost, but not quite there. But you still got the win, so congratulations.
Whatever.
Yeah. Sorry, Corey.
Cranked 9 dingers in this one.
Yeah, you did. Could have gotten that perfect 10, but it was kind of a trick question.
Yeah.
0? Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, there's no moons in Mercury, so I did like your, 5 or 6 guesses there.
Oh, I had to get the 6 and 9 in there. I was kind of regretting not even throwing them in the first place.
Well, congratulations on your win.
I have completion issues sometimes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You guys.
With cranking them dingers?
Yeah, we heard that about you.
Man.
Yeah. We didn't want to bring it up, but since you brought it up. Hey, big news. You know what? The hot dog throwing record has been recaptured by a man that had it taken from him.
Damn it, Danny, I told you our record was going to get broken.
I figured it was.
Yeah, there's this guy in Idaho, and had help of his colleagues, recaptured the Guinness World Record for the longest throw and catch of a hot dog into a bun.
I tell you, though, someone said, hey, can you help me if one of my colleagues, I like that say, is it a coworker, is it a friend? It's a colleague.
Of course.
If they said, hey, can you help me with my hot dog tossing competition? I'd be like, yep, I'll take a break and help you right now.
Yes, you would.
Where do I need to be?
Yeah. So this is the moment that David Rush and Russell Phillips broke the hot dog throwing record.
This is David Rush. I'm here with Russell Phillips going after the Guinness World Records title for the furthest distance to throw and catch a hot dog. Got it! Come on! Got it!
Nice!
Come on! 167, 5 inches.
Okay, Vicky just showed me the video in slow motion, and it's the greatest visual ever of this floppy hot dog flying in the air.
That is hysterical.
You know what's you joke about you and I doing it. However, I kind of did do something like this back in the day. It was a radio promotion, and I came up with the idea of chucking your weenie for the 4th of July. And so we had listeners come out, and they'd stand on one side of the parking lot, and you had to chuck your weenie to the other side and land it on a grill, and if you did, you would win concert tickets.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, look at Danny. We should do it.
Chuck those weenies.
Chuck your weenie.
Don't we have wieners here?
Huh?
In the refrigerator?
I think Rev ate them all.
Oh, yeah. That was like a year ago.
I know, Steve. If they were still here, that would not be good.
I mean, you can still buy a lot of weenies at the cash and carry.
I mean, do you go frozen? Is it better to throw a frozen wiener, or you have to?
Then you'll hurt somebody. You'll put their eye out.
It's all about the aim.
You need the flop, though.
The
that
floppage
gets
is
to go
important.
farther. Yeah,
we need to do this. Can we do it in the office? Can we get some buns and a hot dog?
I'm not opposed.
They use the bun as like a catcher's mitt. Like it looks. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, for something as dumb as this, it was pretty cool. You can check out the video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. David Rush, Russell Phillips breaking the record. They now hold the Guinness World Record for throwing a hot dog.
I'm glad they got it back. I know it's been bothering those guys for a while, and it's good to see that they're able to turn things back around, and a true redemption story.
And people say good things don't happen. See, you know what? You can do what you want. Just do it.
I feel like that's a drunken idea.
Oh, yeah.
You're at a barbecue probably, and you're just like, dude, toss me that wiener, and then you caught it's like a 5 feet away, and you're like, I wonder if we could do this even further away, and then you just keep going further and further away, and
then you got to train though. Then you can't be drinking anymore. You know, you got to be if you want to break the record.
You got to train to wiener toss.
Yeah.
See, that's the kind of games I would play. I hate going to parties where they're like, oh, we got a billion games we want to play, and it's like I'm not good at those things. Like I'll watch. I enjoy watching. I'm not usually good at, and I don't have like that like.
What game were you not good at that you could catch a wiener in a roll better than like?
Oh, I'm not saying I could, but I would be more excited to play that game.
Yeah.
And are you talking about like the card games that people like to play at parties nowadays, or like the giant Jengas, beer pong, all those games, like the drinking games? All of the above.
All of those. Monopoly, we get it, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to hang out.
Wow, who'd have known that was Steve's sweet spot? It's like we tried cornhole, we tried the big Jenga, we tried beer pong. He wants to play wiener toss. Who would have, I would never have guessed that's what would get you into the party.
If somebody said, we've got wieners. We've got too many. There's not enough people to cook all these. So how about we chuck some wieners? I'd be like, in.
Well, at least to know
I'll
how to
catch.
At least to know how to get you to my party.
It's like, you don't want to play horseshoes, no? You don't want to play the bocce ball, no? I want to throw my wiener.
Rev, if you said you were chucking wieners at a party, I would be like, babe, I'm sorry, you're going to have to watch Tatum. I know that this is our weekend to hang out, and I'm blowing you off so I could chuck some wieners at the Rev's house.
No, at that point, bring Tatum with you. She would. I bet you she would love
that.
to throw some wieners.
Yes. Can we get some plant-based wieners too?
Yeah, just,
I'll get some. I'll get some plant-based wieners, and I'll get some cocktail weenies for the kids.
Yeah,
it'll be fun for everyone.
Are you going to catch them in your mouth? What are you doing?
I mean,
inadvertently, you never know what happens in this competition.
Oh,
It's true.
So you don't,
It's
so
true.
you don't want any collateral.
Wieners could go awry.
All right, there we go. All right, well, we'll get you whatever you want. I personally, I don't know if the plant-based wieners will go as far, so I'll put you at a disadvantage. You take the plant-based ones, I'll take the...
I don't know if you've seen some of these, like the Beyond Meat wieners, man.
Oh, yeah? You think they can go far?
super girthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the field roast sausages are pretty legit, too.
Oh, they're amazing.
But, is girth what you need? You need something aerodynamic, I thought, so
That's
who knows?
true. Maybe we go with the old-fashioned tofu dogs.
Size does matter sometimes, so I guess you're right.
It depends on the motion of the wiener.
That's true.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the foot-long floppage is going to be weird when it's hitting the air.
Yeah. What are we talking about again?
I don't know.
All right.
Get some gluten-free bread, too, just in case.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All
You know what?
for everyone.
You know what? Perhaps you should just go sit on the sidelines, okay? There's a lot of special things you need to play this game.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. We got
I'll play with real meat and real buns. I don't care.
There you go. Flag that.
I ain't too proud.
We got a little girl who's going viral for a simple yet extremely motivating message. And you're going to hear from her at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. This little girl, she's going viral. You got to check out the video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. Why? Because, she did a short video that was posted, where she is giving some great life advice.
The only way how to make something amazing happen is to go out there and make something amazing happen.
Yep. That's what's up.
I wonder if that was for like some little beauty contest thing. You know what I mean? She looked like she was like all dressed up, and I wonder if, do you have to do that in like little kid beauty contests? Do you have to like say something cool?
It's been some 30 years since I was in a beauty contest as a kid.
You didn't have to do it back
We didn't
then?
have cell phones, so we didn't have to worry about that.
And she just has long hair. She doesn't necessarily look dressed up.
No, I think it's just her.
She's holding her unicorn stuffed animal.
Oh, really? Wow.
Just, you know what? Hey, Mom, Dad, put on the camera. I got some things to say.
And it looks like they probably just put a blanket up as a backdrop.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Because I thought, Vicky, that's exactly what it is. Because I thought it looked like she was in some sort of setting where they were like, they wanted it to look professional. Man, if that's how that kid rolls out of bed, that's a great. I mean, man, I hope she never loses that hair, because that hair is just like, if that's how you got to do it. Steve, you know how I am. I got no hair.
I don't either. That was the last thing I even noticed in this. It just looks like she's a girl with hair. I didn't notice anything like it wasn't done up. It was just hair on top of her head flowing down.
Well, either way, the kid gives you a good message. And you know what? Let's hear it again, because it is a pretty, I don't know how old do we know how old she is? Because, for a kid that young to give this kind of message.
37. She's 37 years old.
She's 37.
Yeah.
Well, that is, she really, I got to give her credit. A kid this young giving this kind of message.
The only way how to make something amazing happen is to go out there and make something amazing happen.
Just do it!
Yeah, it does sound...
you guys would make fun of me if I said something like that, but because it's a kid saying it, it's so profound.
Well,
it is profound.
Difference and...
First of all, we would never believe you, because we wouldn't believe you even believe what you're saying.
Yeah, but I'll say stuff like that. You're like, oh, you sound like Yogi Berra or something like that.
Well,
I did think this with the kid, but I was like, well, it's a kid, so I guess I'm not going to roast.
Or if Rev said it before Beat Migs, like, if you want something amazing happen this weekend, go out and make something amazing happen. I can hear BJ. Expert commentary.
Yeah, if Rev was like, if you want to win at Beat Migs, you just got to win at Beat Migs.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? I didn't realize that the kid really,
It's because she has hair, huh?
We have to bring her down.
Three bald guys are bringing her down now.
Yeah, we have to bring her down.
No,
because
that's
you're
awesome.
not getting the credit.
Oh no, it's amazing.
Yeah,
It's just like the most simple thing, but it's like so true. Like you're just gonna live in like being an angry or miserable person. Like, of course, things aren't gonna probably work out to your advantage. But if you put out good stuff into the universe, hopefully that comes back in return.
And sometimes you got to be
Wow,
reminded
what a
of that,
dumb
man.
thing to say, man. Can you believe Steve said something?
Now, if I was 7 and I had blonde hair, you'd be like, "That's amazing."
Yeah, I mean, I think let's leave the amazing comments to the experts, Steve.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
The children.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So yeah, check this video out on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. This little girl, man, people are just loving her for this short video where she's motivating people to go out there and make something amazing happen. So based on this, we want to know, what was that amazing thing that happened to you? Right? Let's show that we know what this girl's talking about.
Make your dreams come true. Just do it.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. She was a lot less aggro than Shia.
Yes, you can. Just do it.
What was that amazing thing that happened to you? Your calls, your texts after Audio Slave on The Rock.
I'm from it, you dummy.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. If you haven't checked out this video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com, you got to check it out because this little girl, she's given some great life advice. And why pay all that money for a life coach? Why go to therapy when you can just listen to this little girl? And we'll play it for you again. And again, you got to see the video because, I mean, it's just the whole package is really what motivates you and makes you say, you know what, I can do it.
The only way how to make something amazing happen is to go out there and make something amazing happen.
See that? Yeah, okay. That's all you need.
What are you doing with your life today?
Yeah.
You're
that's
making
the question.
something amazing happen.
All right. There you
No,
go.
you don't sound very...
Well, I just feel like she said it all. I don't know. I know you're trying to glom on to, her fame with all this, with your, with your wisdom. I know, but...
Danny, did you order the blonde wig for me yet?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yes.
If you were to say the dumb things that you say and you would wear a blonde wig and do it and you would pose and get a little dress and go in that back, I would subscribe to that page. I would be on that page every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, anything to make a buck.
You make that your OnlyFans. If you made that your OnlyFans where Steve just does Yogi Berra-isms with dressed up as that little girl, I might have to subscribe to that OnlyFans.
All right, well, order the blonde wig. Tatum has I imagine we have a few unicorn stuffed animals. I could probably sneak off with one so we don't save ourselves a couple of dollars. And so anytime I say something that you guys feel is very profound,
yes,
or stupid, you let me know and I'll recreate it with the blonde wig on.
Done. Yeah. There's a fine line between profundity and stupidity. I think that's a word, profundity.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not, but I could be wrong.
Profundity?
Profundity? Profundity?
I don't know. I could be wrong.
I like the way you work it. Profundity.
Profundity sounds like it could be a word, but I probably not.
Damn it, it is a word.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, hold on.
Profundity.
Damn it,
You even
BJ.
said it right.
Yeah.
Why you got to do that to us?
But now, does it mean what I think it means?
Deep insight, great depth of knowledge or thought. Yeah,
What
you got
the
a 2
hell?
for right there. You're batting 1,000 on this
reading
one.
the damn dictionary.
I'm out. Look, I'm going to tell you that was 100% luck.
I know that. Profundity, you nailed it.
Yeah, that was complete luck. Well, good for you, buddy. So here's what we want to know. This little girl's saying, go out there and make things amazing. So we want to know, what was that amazing thing that happened to you? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So I found $50 on the floor at Dick's in Queen Anne. I ate like a king, and I still had money to get into a show at the market. It was pretty awesome.
Has that ever happened to you before where you found money at like a buffet or a food restaurant? It's the best thing that's ever happened in the entire world.
Never at a food place.
Oh, man.
I remember when I was in 8th grade walking to school, I found $20 on the just on the way walking to school. So I walked to school for the rest of the year, even though it was easier to take the bus.
Yeah, because you wanted to find more
there
money.
was just a chance that I could get more money.
That's the way to get us to exercise. Just drop money.
When I was a kid, my mom found I think it was $75 at outside of a Fur's cafeteria, which was kind of like this buffet style thing. And man, we went and we had buffets for 3 days.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I would instantly go put it right towards that buffet.
Yeah.
And if I was with someone, I'm like, I'm paying today. I got you.
Ooh, look at you.
Really? Oh, okay.
Well, anything over what I have, then you got to chip in.
Oh, no, fine.
Jeez.
Yeah, finding money is great. If it's a significant amount. The younger you are, especially, man, because your money's tight when you're a kid. So when you find like 20, whatever the equivalent of $20 is today, man, that's like you're rolling.
Oh yeah, some dude dropped his wallet yesterday at the bank. Man, I was about ready to be rich. No, I'm kidding.
Please tell me you're a nice man.
I was about to say something. Well, he dropped it, and I was like, how soon do you jump on the, hey, dude, you dropped your wallet? Or do you let them have that opportunity? You don't want to feel like you're jumping down someone's neck. I mean, I'm sure he heard it or felt it drop, so I'm like, I'll give him a second. But then the guy in front of me, he was very aggressive. He's like, sir, you dropped your wallet. He's yelling at the guy. I'm like, okay, you can tone it down, buddy.
Oh yeah,
he was. You're right, dude.
I wonder about that when people drop stuff. It happened yesterday at the PCC. Somebody dropped a bag. They were just getting all their bags out, and I'm like, okay, did they notice this one fell off the pile or not? But I thought I'm gonna wait. And you know what? She eventually figured it out. So I'm like, okay, I didn't have to get down there because I don't want to be accused of mansplaining. That's the other thing is like, oh, hey, did you know you dropped your bag? Like, yeah, I can see, idiot. Thanks for helping out. I have peripheral vision. And it's like, yeah, okay. I'll just, I'll let it be.
I did have him recently where someone, I thought they dropped what looked like a roll of money and in a wallet kind of a thing. I'm like, did you, as they were leaving, I'm like, I think you dropped your wallet. And they looked at me like I was crazy. Like, that's not mine. How dare you? I'm like, look, I'm just trying to help you get your money. I didn't know that it was not yours, but.
Oh, wow. Well, then at that point, if it's a roll of money, you go, you're right, I dropped, excuse me.
But it was in a wallety look. I don't even know how to describe it. It was something that was attached to it. It wasn't a wallet, but it looked, it's hard to explain. It was.
It's yours, though.
I just gave it to the person at the store. I'm like, somebody dropped this. I don't know what the hell it is.
Oh, wow.
Well, I know it's money, but I don't know.
At least you turned it in.
You didn't count the money? You don't know how much money was in there?
No, it was all taped together or rubber banded together. I was like, I'm not dealing with this.
Whoa.
Oh, that sounds like a drug deal.
Yeah, I'm watching too many shows.
I picked it up with just my tips and my fingers. So I'm like, I don't know where this has been.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly where it's been. Was it a bunch of ones?
I don't know, honestly.
Well, what do you think it was, Vic?
Like either a waitress or a stripper.
Oh, man.
If you're a waitress, you always
that guy
have
definitely
a bunch of
wasn't a stripper. If he was.
What if it was both? What if she was a strip waitress? A waist stripper. All right. I like Vicky's story better. I'm going to assume that, what? Yeah. That's what it's from. And then
That's a full night's worth of shaking your booty and being nice to people.
See that?
Dang.
Hey, somebody said something amazing that happened. I became a dad yesterday. My wife went into labor during your 850 beat Migs. LOL.
Wow, congratulations. Oh, congratulations.
That's awesome. I hope you named your kid Beat Migs.
Beat Migs.
Yeah, wow, that would, something I would really question the entire situation if that's what they named their child.
Why not?
What if its middle name was Migs?
Why not?
Or Pass.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Those are listen, even Migs or Pass is better than Beat Migs. I just don't think I want to name my kid, something that basically, it's like.
But if it's together, it just sounds like maybe I don't know, foreign name or something.
Yeah, it could be like a Frenchy thing, like Migs, and it's like B apostrophe Migs.
Yeah.
But Migs,
Frenchy thing.
Yeah, it's very, very international.
Hey, we be Migs.
Yeah, that's it.
Bring me my escargot.
Yeah, they probably just named their kid like.
Wow, some of the best
John.
French accents I've heard ever.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. Beat Migs, that's the kind. Well, you know what? If they respond back saying, "As a matter of fact, we did name our child Beat Migs," wouldn't that be incredible? Like, wow.
Now, do you say, "Hey, hold on, babe, can you hold it before the game's over," or do you
Of course. I mean, you got important things in life.
When some people sit in their car before they go into work before the game. You don't want to leave until the game's over. You need to find out what happened.
True. Honey, do that breathing they taught you. Okay, we just have one more minute left.
Hey, someone said I went with my sister to Walmart to cash her paycheck once. She found $5,000 on the ground where we parked.
Whoa!
What? I would be terrified.
That's got to be some. I mean, what do you at a Walmart?
I would be like, well, what is this? I know it's money, but what is this money from?
Oh boy, it's tough to. Yeah, I mean, there's
after I buy a big screen TV and some other stuff at Walmart.
No, yeah, you can get a lot.
Sometimes people bring their check to those, check cashing places because they can't wait. They need the money right away. And boy, that's sad if that's what that was. And they somehow dropped it. Oh man, drug deal gone bad?
I don't know. There's a lot of assumptions could be made with $5,000 on the ground.
$5,000, yeah, because that's more than a check, really. If you're getting a check where you get $5,000 in a check, I don't know. I mean, hey, good for you. Oh, yeah, this is
good for you.
Good for you. I got your $5,000. Wow. Did they say what they did with the money?
No, just said found $5,000.
Well, found really makes me feel like they kept it.
That's I agree.
Yep.
There was no mention of it being returned.
Yeah. That's never happened to me, man. That's
do you do you go straight into the Walmart and go on a shopping spree?
I leave.
Do you?
And I leave, and I may never go back to that Walmart again because
I go to Target.
You go to the Target down the street.
Yeah, because if it's bad guys, like if it's bad guy money,
and you're on the run now.
Well, now I'm on the run. Yeah, I can't.
And they're looking for their money, and suddenly you look suspicious.
Hey, look, dude, I'm watching the Better Call Saul, and let me just tell you right now, I am not messing with the bad guys.
We watch too many shows.
They go back to the Walmart and they shake up whoever works there to be like, hey, play me the surveillance footage outside in the parking lot. And then they see it's you picking it up, Danny. And then they bring it to their, surveillance CIA friends.
Yeah.
And they're able to zoom in and they see your face like, oh, I know that guy. He's usually skateboarding in Bremerton. And then they track you down and murder you.
See, this is the best part about not watching a lot of TV shows because I just be at Wild Waves just enjoying myself and my $5,000 and not worrying about all these things.
More like your $4,950 because you spent on Wild Waves.
Fair.
Then we bury you at Wild Waves.
Oh, jeez.
They texted back in.
Yeah.
They kept the money, and the sister used it to pay off her medical bills.
Huh? Wow. See, now, I mean, that's
it was meant to be.
It was meant to be. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got
absolutely.
Even if you're a bad guy, you got to go. It was the money we were going to use to whack Jimmy. But hey,
yeah, because that's how bad guys work. But hey,
we were going to whack Jimmy with this $5,000.
Or maybe that was the money that was gifted after that happened to Jimmy.
What did they needed the money to buy the tools to whack Jimmy? And
and
they were going to Walmart to buy them.
Steve, you and I both watched that documentary, The Flight Attendant, and you know how they went in and bought all those murder stuff things that got tied to the flight attendant.
Yeah.
That's what, you got to buy a lot of equipment for burying people, shovels and ropes and murder kits and stuff. Yeah.
And Walmart has the best murder kits that you could ever ask for.
Just go ask
the
them,
rollback.
Yeah. Just ask them. Next time you're at Walmart.
It's right by the pool floaties.
Oh.
Look, I'm going to tell you. Listen, let me tell you, as an organized professional, I still like a good value on my murder kit. That's all I'm going to say.
$5,000.
There you go.
I wonder what I would do with it.
Oh, I know what you would do with it. Nothing good.
Well, define good.
Medical bills.
I don't have any medical bills.
Exactly.
So
but
why am I going to pay off my medical bills that I don't have?
Put it towards a college fund for little tater tot, but that's not going to happen.
A bigger watermelon pool.
Oh, that too.
That would be pretty sick.
Yeah. See, that's why you should.
And
sushi. Sushi, yeah. Okay.
That's why the universe never lets you find $5,000, Steve, because it knows.
You get one of those giant-ass magnets that I can put on my car, and I got my face finally on my car.
I rest my case as to why you will never find $5,000.
And still have a few thousand to spare.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, all right. Hey, there's an actress that just shared that she still has not forgiven Arnold Schwarzenegger for farting in her face. Okay. You're going to hear from her at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said earlier, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you can get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Actress Miriam Margolyes, who played the role of Professor Sprout in the Harry Potter film series.
Who the hell is Professor Sprout?
Well, you didn't watch Harry Potter, so you wouldn't know, right?
She's a herbology teacher. I can't even say it.
Herbology?
Herbology.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
like weed dealer?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, she taught the kids about plants.
Yeah.
You know what? The Vicky showed me a picture of her. She does look familiar. I've never fully engaged in watching, but like it's been on in the background. Like my wife was watching it, trying to get me to watch it, and I remember her.
Yeah.
Well, she's not happy with Arnold Schwarzenegger. She just shared an interview. Did not dig working with the guy. And they worked together on the movie End of Days. It was a 1999 movie. So this is over 20 years ago this happened. And yeah, she did not enjoy working with Arnold on that film.
Schwarzenegger, didn't care for him. He's a bit too full of himself. And I don't care for him at all. He was actually quite rude. He farted in my face. Now, I fart. Of course I do. But I don't fart in people's face. He did it deliberately right in my face.
Well, my favorite part of this clip is hearing whoever was interviewing her trying hard not to laugh out loud. Yeah. You could hear them like kind of snickering under their breath. And I don't think she thought it was funny.
No. And she goes on to talk a little bit more about this farting incident.
It was during the filming of End of Days in Los Angeles, and I was playing Satan's sister, and he was killing me, so he had me in a position where I couldn't escape, lying on the floor, and he just farted. It wasn't on film, it was in one of the pauses, but I haven't forgiven him for it.
The most random story I think I've ever heard.
It is a very random story, but then if that is your only encounter with that guy, and you know, here you are, you're in a scene, and this guy just drops a bomb and doesn't. I mean, I assume he didn't say anything, and she said it was deliberate in her mind.
Well, how did she know it was deliberate? Did he hold her down and be like, "Hey, blow my finger"?
Might have done what my little brother's been doing now. He will literally, like, if you're sitting on the couch, he will bend over, butt to face, and then fart, and
That's
then run
hilarious.
away. He has the stinkiest farts, man. I've never smelled farts like this before.
No, I don't know. I bet Arnold's probably even stinkier.
That was a
All
protein
that protein.
shake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
End of Days. I don't even remember this movie.
Neither do I.
To be honest, I'm looking at the video of it. I'm watching the trailer. I'm like, oh, I've probably seen it. I just don't remember the name. But watching the trailer, I don't remember any of this movie.
Yeah, I don't remember. I haven't seen the trailer, so I don't know. But I don't feel like I've seen it.
It looks like a part horror film.
It got a whopping 11% on the Rotten Tomatoes with a 32% audience score.
Okay, so even the audience was like, no, thank you. Yeah, that was probably
what's
the
going on
waiting.
in Arnold's head where he's like doing something with this actress and thinks, I'm just going to rip ass right now.
That's why I'd like his side of the story. Because
He'll probably deny it.
Was he embarrassed? You know, maybe he was in a position and it happened and he was hoping that maybe nobody would notice.
I know Sylvester Stallone would never do something like that.
No, Sly would never do that. Yeah, he would never do that. Well, I can see why she's not happy with him.
What if she's just not a fun person and like everybody didn't? I'm creating this scenario because I refuse to think that Arnold did anything wrong.
That's why.
But what if she's just like a total jerk on the set and he's like, you know, I'll get her. I'll show her what's up.
Well, she is British. Maybe he just thought she was too stuffy.
Well.
But she says, I fart. I just don't fart in people's faces. So, you know, there you go.
Yeah, I did not think I was going to wake up this morning with a story about a woman who has yet to forgive Arnold Schwarzenegger for farting in her face.
Yeah, she's got space in her brain for something that happened over 20 years ago like that. Boy, I wouldn't move it out.
In all fairness, if Arnold held me down or it was in a scene where he's like on top of me or whatever it is, and he just decided to have a fart come out, I probably would never that would live rent-free in my head forever as well.
Okay.
You don't think?
Yeah, probably. I mean, you know, that's why I tend to think she really believes he was malicious with it. That he wanted to just fart in her. I mean, yeah, she's an old lady. You know, I mean, even then she was back then she was an older lady.
Well, it was what, 99?
Yeah.
How old is she now?
I don't know. Let me see.
Vicky's looking to find out.
Yeah, she was born in 41. So whatever the math is on that.
She's 81.
Wow. Yeah. So she was in her 60s.
Yeah, she wasn't that young.
Man, again, now that I'm in my 60s, it's like, oh, yeah, she was young.
Farting in an old lady's face.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that's what I did. Right in her face. Hey, boy, they're trying to really get us interested in this Monsters movie, aren't they?
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they really are.
Then maybe they shouldn't have released that trailer if they really want us to get interested.
I know they released the and look and now that I realize it's on Netflix, I didn't know it was going straight to Netflix. Which makes it a little easier to understand why this movie happened. I mean, because I don't think anybody would have done this movie for the theater.
I disagree with that. I think they would have if it had a little bit more of a budget.
Now it makes more sense.
Yeah.
Having him cast his wife, no offense, but like she's not like a box office draw. But, like everything's now starting to make a little bit more sense when you're like, oh, it's going straight to Netflix. I'm like, okay, this is not any worse than most Adam Sandler films, not including The Hustle, because that was awesome.
But and fair point, he always cast Sherry Moon in like all of his things.
Agreed, but as a massive character in the movie, she's a co-star basically.
Yeah,
the Munsters are the mom and dad.
Yeah,
and it is a story about their romance too.
Yes,
that's what it's. So she's definitely going to have a big part to play in this. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, she wasn't the worst. She wasn't the worst part of that trailer. Really, that's the thing. As much as we might go,
no,
he cast his wife. I didn't have a problem with Sherry. Yeah, it's just I had a problem with the writing and the scenarios and just
the whole premise seems stupid. Yeah. But now that it's for Netflix, I'm a little less. I was upset.
Well, yeah, because you don't have to pay money for it now.
Right,
it's great.
It's part of the package. I've watched worse probably on Netflix, and I'll definitely check this out now.
Yeah.
And the wild thing is that Netflix is also going to be the home of Tim Burton's upcoming Addams Family series Wednesday.
I'm excited.
So they're actually going to be going head to head in a weird way, even though it's on the same streaming service.
I feel like that will be better, like as far as quality.
Well, Tim Burton, look, he's got. I mean, people might get mad at me, but I think people think of him as a better director than Rob Zombie.
Well, I think he has a better track record for sure.
Yeah. And this is the first time that the Munsters and the Addams Family will be going head-to-head since the early 60s, early mid-60s, 1964 to 66. Both shows were on the air at the same time.
Full circle, baby.
Yeah, buddy. And so Rob posted some pictures from an old TV guide that previewed the 64-65 season and said, quote, "This fall, we're going to spook out like it's 1964. So Rob is just like, you know what? I'm getting paid by Netflix. I am going to pretend that this is something you're going to want to see and we should all get excited about.
He just said, look, it's on Netflix, guys.
Yeah.
It's a straight to Netflix movie. Like, let's not get too crazy.
We don't have a
No one else was willing to make this. I'm willing to make it.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
Yeah. See, he's appealing to you. He's like, maybe Steve will give it a shot.
Oh, absolutely give it a shot. Now I don't have to go to a theater to see it.
Yeah, I won't give it a shot. I'm not like that. I got other stuff to watch. No, thank you.
I mean, we got to imagine. What's more important than the Munsters, man?
What's more important than a bad Munsters movie? Really?
Well, we don't know it's bad until we see it.
I've seen the trailer. I feel like, you know what, dude? I feel like, you know what? You've been warned. You've been given all of the heads up that you need about this movie.
My perspective on this entire film has changed drastically, knowing I don't have to pay money to go see it.
There we go. That's it.
It's like, hey, what else are we going to watch? All right, let's give it a whirl. We're already done watching all of our My Lottery Dream Home episodes. We got nothing else to do.
What if it becomes your new favorite Halloween movie, BJ?
And I got to imagine it's coming out around Halloween.
I would have. It has.
I know they haven't put out a release date, but I mean, geez, come on.
Or at least probably because I think like the new Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out on September 30th. So you can watch it like all October long.
I feel like late September, early October, this will be out.
See, that's the thing, is I feel like that's probably the highlight of Halloween season, right? Is Hocus Pocus? That's the one that supposedly will be legit?
I mean, as of right now, just because that's the only one that's been really announced. The Munsters haven't done the release date yet, and I can't wait to see the Wednesday, more than just like a little teaser clip. I want to see more of what's actually going to happen in it.
But that's where it gets gnarly, because what if the teaser is better than the actual trailer? Because remember when we saw the picture of the Munsters, we all got pretty hyped about it. Yeah. I wouldn't say like we're losing our minds, like this is the greatest thing ever, but we were like, this looks cool. Like the characters look great. Yeah. This should be fun. And then we saw the trailer and we're like, oh boy, we were probably wrong about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, no doubt about it. Everybody looks great. The makeup they did, at least on the characters, are fine. It's just when you hear them speak and when you hear the dialogue, and no, Danny, this will not be my favorite Halloween movie.
You don't know that?
Yeah. Oh, I do.
Do you even have a favorite Halloween movie?
No, I'm not a Halloween guy like Danny. I really don't care that. I mean, the holiday's okay, but I'm not like Danny. I'm not crazy for it.
So this has a very good chance of jumping right there in the top spot.
Exactly.
Well, you have to watch it though, don't you?
You're not going to even give it a no. What if all of a sudden the reviews come back and people are like, it's campy, it's silly, but it's actually pretty good.
99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Let's not get crazy.
Okay.
85.
Okay. I am willing to bet you $20 right now it will not get 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. It will not be fresh.
Well, what's the time frame? Like, what if it's only got like one review?
What's the time frame?
and I catch it just in time, screenshot it.
Yeah.
Does that count?
No, it doesn't. Not the one review that will go 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to say it's got to have at least 25 reviews. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah. After 25 or more reviews, I'm saying it will not be fresh, which is 60% is fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, man. Am I?
I don't know.
Yeah, $20, buddy. $20.
I don't know if you should do it.
Yeah,
I got a lot of other bets going on right now.
$20, Steve, do it.
We have bets that I don't even remember that we even made.
We have bets that the Broncos will beat the Seahawks. There's that bet.
Both are Seahawks related, because then the other one is Drew Lock will be the starting quarterback for game one.
And who did I say was going to?
I don't know. Did you even say anyone?
No, I think that's when he was still high on Levi.
Yeah.
Oh, so I won that bet.
Yeah, you won that bet.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if Gino's the starter, it's a wash.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not sure I made a bet on that. Did I? If I did, well, I don't know what you won. That's how we should write these down.
I know.
Vicky, are you our official scribe for these bets that we make? Because nobody's writing this stuff down.
I can be, but you guys keep going back and forth. They're like, I'm going to change the bet to this. Let's do breakfast. No, let's do money.
Okay, so Vicky is.
That's because we have the memory of a pickle.
Yeah.
You got to help us with this, Vicky.
Just write down that BJ loses all of them, and then we'll just get breakfast.
I like that you think I don't have a memory of a pickle.
Yeah.
Okay, so Well, okay, so Vicky's not going to help us with this, Steve. So never mind. Let's not even make bets. Okay, so that the Munsters. Look forward to it, Danny. A woman bought a sex doll that looks just like her, and she bought it for her husband. Oh, and there is way more to this story. You're going to hear from her at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Well, this next story is surely going to at least make a person think. A London couple is in the news because they added another woman to their relationship.
Okay.
Yeah. A sex doll.
Oh.
That's the other woman.
All right. So, I mean, polyamory, everyone's been talking a lot about because of our bud Justin Ruppel, who's America's Got Talent, and he has his wife, and then they also have their girlfriend, and it was cool to see like a positive moment for him where, people were just talking about it. It wasn't like anything that was viewed as weird. It was cool to see that. Now, this is not like that. It's a little bit different.
It's
also weird that I'm seeing a video of it and the sex doll, and it's dressed exactly like his wife.
Yeah, it's very realistic.
This is very interesting.
That's Charlotte and Callum have been struggling with Callum's high libido, so they bought a sex doll that looks like Charlotte.
I like how he's just horny all the time.
Yeah. Well, he's a young dude, and so they bought Dee, who, like you said, Steve, she dresses like her, looks like her, to take the pressure off if she's not in the mood. And here they are talking about this.
We wanted to experience adding a third person into the relationship, but I get jealous, so we compromised and got a doll.
It's each to their own. She makes us very happy, and we don't think we're doing any harm to anyone else with that. So if it makes you happy, just do it.
Yeah. Well, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
I do think it's funny that we wanted to add a third person. It sounds like, no, husband wanted to add a third person, you're like, I'm not going to do that, but we'll get what looks like a person.
And arguably just to, stick up for the husband, not too sure that's the first thing he wanted to do. I think the thing is that, every time he wanted to get busy, she did not. And he probably was like, well, what am I going to do about this? I would like to get busy with you, but I don't want you to get busy if you don't want to. So there's where the idea of let's add another person comes in. And she's like, no. So the doll is the compromise.
Which really isn't a person.
No, it really isn't. But, I wonder about this whole story because the word OnlyFans is thrown in there. So this is what makes me really wonder about what the hell's really going on. Because in this clip, they talk about they're married and they talk about how they brought Dee involved in this whole thing and also into their OnlyFans videos.
Dee is such an important part of our sex life as well as our obviously everyday life. She's involved in our work, which is OnlyFans, and all of our subscribers, they love her. They love seeing all videos with her and pictures.
From sitting down watching a film together to just sitting and joining us for a meal at the dinner table at the end of the day, really do incorporate her into every aspect of our lives almost at this point.
Wait, so they have video and pictures? I've never been inclined to actually subscribe to an OnlyFans and start a page or whatever it is you got to do to get an account. This might change today. What are they charging?
It's a brilliant idea, but did they have the page before Dee was introduced, or did they get the bright idea once Dee came into the picture? I want to learn more about these folks.
So apparently they earn a living off of OnlyFans by themselves, $70K a month.
Wow.
So what are they doing? Do we know?
Hanging out with Dee, getting dinner.
And it kind of sounds like they were doing this like before Dee came around.
What are they charging a month?
Let's see.
Can you, Vicky, since your experience is OnlyFans, can you have it can you show sexy time on OnlyFans?
Yep.
Can you do whatever you want?
All bets are off on OnlyFans from what I hear,
that's
BJ.
So
it's funny what rules they have though too. Like there's certain things, like I did a zombie kind of photo shoot once with like fake blood, and they took all my pictures down because they're like, you can't show blood.
Violence.
Yeah.
Hey, they got a line they don't want to go cross.
That is a bizarre line. That is a bizarre line to cross. But okay, I guess they don't want people to hurt people on there. Sure. I call bull on this. I think that this is nothing but for them to make cash. I don't really.
Well, you don't think they're all in love, and this is for the betterment of their relationship?
I don't think there's even a libido issue. Yeah, I question all of this because they had a page already. I mean, look, if you're working, having sexy time on OnlyFans, I think you're probably getting a lot of work. Like, that's the inspiration to go, look, even if I'm not in the mood, but we're making money, that would put me in the mood. That's why I call BS on this guy, saying that we had to get her because I just wasn't satisfied enough. I think this was just a cool way for them to spice up their OnlyFans page and get more money. I call total BS on all this.
It's a lot of effort. I mean, if it's paying off, yeah, you might be right. But we had to set up a third plate for dinner for Dee, the fake person.
Yeah, there's a lot of work.
Do you plate up a meal for the person, or do you sit there with like fake food?
Oh, dude, you got to go full. You got to put the whole thing. It would be funny to get you do get fake fruit and stuff. Like if she's a fake person, get the fake fruit. Yeah,
like we have like the kids' kitchens they have like with all the fake vegetables and.
See that, Steve? Once you're done with all that, the toys, you can recycle your kids' toys and do an OnlyFans page.
It's only $12.50 per month.
Nice.
See, that seems more than I'd be willing to spend.
And that doll looks like one of those really high-end, like really expensive dolls, like probably made out of like rubberish kind of stuff.
They have a free one.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, which is, I've noticed.
That's probably the one where she's eating dinner.
Yeah. She's not doing a lot on that one.
I would like,
wearing yoga pants, but nothing else.
Yeah.
Just follow her Instagram page. That's plenty.
Oh, really? Oh, this is the doll or the wife?
The wife.
Oh, whoa.
Well, you really can't tell the difference. They look exactly alike.
Pretty much. Any pictures of the doll on the Instagram? Or maybe the doll's got its own Instagram.
Probably.
Yeah,
got 68,000 followers.
Yeah, she's definitely taking pictures like, hi, I'm a sexy person. And yeah, that's why I call BS on this. I mean, I just don't think that libido issues are going to be a problem for this guy. I bet he's getting whatever he wants.
Just because you have an OnlyFans page, that doesn't mean that they're having sex all the time on the OnlyFans page.
Well, that's why I wanted to find out because obviously you could get more money if you have sex, right? Wouldn't you pay more?
She might just post provocative pictures that are super provocative, but maybe she doesn't have a sex drive. You know what I mean? Like, she's just like, I don't know. I'm trying to get inside the mind of this couple, and that's really not fair.
Well, that is the most horrible joke the universe can play on you. Is you've got a woman who looks amazing, loves taking provocative photos, but not really into sex.
That's why D got brought into the mix.
I mean, boy, if that's the case, this poor guy.
I've met tons of women like that who are just not necessarily. I mean, you can't just because they take provocative photos doesn't mean that they're into sex all the time.
Doesn't mean they want to go to Slamtown every night.
No.
Well, I didn't want to log into my OnlyFans on the work computer, so I did it on my phone, and this is on their free account.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there's stuff going on.
Whoa! It's just pixelated.
Oh, whoa.
Well, it's good to see that the doll's needs are being attended to.
Right.
Yeah, that's important.
That's life.
Okay, so now I know why she doesn't want to have sex a lot, because that's her job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if it really is true that with the amount of sex that they're having, still not enough for this dude, that's insane to me. I think that's why I call BS.
You're such a skeptic. I believe in love. I believe in romance.
I believe in love.
Yeah, I believe in the three of them.
Yeah, I
believe in D. I believe in Charlotte and Callum.
Well, good for them, though. Do whatever you want to do.
Good for them. There's $70,000 a month.
Yeah.
Man. But it does bring up a big question.
I'm going to have an awkward conversation with the wifeski. Hey, I'm thinking about getting this doll. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't.
Well, if it looks like her, though, I mean, at least why not? Especially if you're not going to bother your wife. And maybe it's just you get the doll so you have her to watch wrestling with. It's not even sexual. You go, honey, I really want you to watch wrestling. And she says, go get the doll to watch the wrestling with me. I don't want to watch it.
Here's my thing. How jealous is this woman? She said she was jealous.
She did.
So I'm not trying to cast assumptions, but is she so jealous that she wasn't even comfortable and secure in her relationship that she would be okay with him getting a doll that looks different than her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I'm getting a doll to bring a third person into this relationship, I don't want it looking why would I want the doll to look just like my wife? I've got my wife.
Yeah,
I'd want a brunette.
Don't ever say that to anybody named your wife when she's in the room, Steve.
Well, I'm also not proposing that we get a sex doll to be brought into our relationship. It's hard enough to have dinner with the way that we have it. I got to plate up another meal.
I guess blondes do it better because I don't think this is their first doll. Based on the GIF pixelated thing I sent you, it says you'll never see another video with this doll as we now have a new one. And this one, if you can get past the pixelation, what they're doing is a redhead.
They broke up with the other one.
Or maybe the doll's role playing and putting on a wig.
There you go.
I don't know. All of this is a money grab, man. I wanted to believe in them. I wanted to believe it was real. It's not real. It's as fake as that doll. Yeah. It's as fake as that doll.
I just love the headline. Woman buys sex doll twin to keep up with her husband's needs.
That's what irritated me, because I feel like that is completely clickbait, and that's not what's going on. It's like women buy a sex doll because we're stupid and we will go to OnlyFans and see this happen. That's really that should be the real headline. Well, congratulations to them. You know what? Good for them. But it does put out that big question, and that is when you and your partner have different libidos, how do you resolve that? And depending upon the way you believe about life, it's not easy, because some people are against porn. Some people are against taking care of business by yourself based on philosophy. So what do you do if, do you suffer in silence if you're that partner that doesn't, have the same libido as your other one? And no one should be forced to do anything, but it does suck if you're like, wow, partner A has got a higher libido than partner B. There's no bad guy there, but poor partner A just has to suffer in silence, depending upon the sitch.
Well, if you're like most of society, you just go and cheat, and then that's where it's
that's the American way.
Yeah, that is. You guys are right.
It always makes me laugh watching any kind of documentaries. I was like, I just don't know why, and it's like, well, okay, because that's why you weren't having sex.
You two were not compatible.
Yeah, and that's why you went and cheated on, or she went and cheated on you.
I think if there's a massive disconnect between what the needs are in an intimate setting, I think then the person who is not willing to be as active in the bedroom should at least give them a pass for hey, when I'm not around, I get it. You're going to watch some videos and you're going to You got to butter the corn or whatever it is, whatever the saying is.
Wow. I don't know if I'll... not during corn eating season, Steve. Why would you do that? I just had some great corn, and now you've turned me off to it for the whole season. My favorite thing to do when I go to the farms in October. Now I'm thinking of you. I'm going to go over there.
That changed me. I'm still going to eat my corn, I tell you.
Yeah, well, we know you like to butter it. Why wouldn't you want to? All right.
But you know what I mean? I think, okay, I'm not going to give you a green light to go and have an affair, but if you want to take care of yourself, by all means.
I remember having that conversation with a girl like back in high school, and she's just like, "Oh, my boyfriend just watches porn all the time," and I'm like, "Well, if you think that you're with somebody who doesn't watch porn, they're probably lying."
Right. When you're not home, they're watching porn.
Yeah.
And it's not a conversation that men will have. And so what happens is, and Danny, you make a really good point. What happens is a woman discovers that her partner's watching porn a lot, and they're like, "Wow, I didn't know this was a thing." Not realizing that he's probably not wanting to rock the boat by saying there's a libido issue, a difference in libido. And so he just goes like a guy does. Guys are really good going, you know what, I'll solve this problem without even saying there was a problem, whatever problem it might be. That's just what guys tend to do. And then women are surprised when they go, whoa. And again, it's not always sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes it's the guy with the low libido and a woman's like, what am I going to do?
Right.
But porn gets demonized. And that's what irritates me when people talk about the demonization of porn. It's like a lot of times it's just one partner trying to keep the relationship together by not making a problem and taking care of business themselves. And yet, people will turn around and go, he's horrible or she's horrible. It's like, no, I think they're just trying to, realize, all right, you don't want it as much as me and I don't want to force you. I'll take care of my own business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go grocery shopping. I got things to do.
Yeah.
Get some corn. Wink, wink.
No. God, I used to like corn.
Well, what would be your saying?
I am not going to give any euphemisms out there. I don't want to ruin anybody else's buffet. I mean, besides, I'm not sure what I can, me, Steve, sometimes I say things you go, PJ, the FCC won't allow.
Yeah, why am I testing the waters?
Why would you do that?
Yeah, let's stick with just corn.
Something I remember my mother-in-law used to talk about a chess piece. If there was in the world of chess and things you could be very abusive to the chess piece. If you remember that. You guys know that one? No?
Checkmating?
No. There's a bishop.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you never heard that term, huh?
The bishop.
All right. Well, there's a game we play called Beat Migs, but let's just say instead of Migs playing, it's the bishop.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you look at a bishop, that's why they decided to say, hey, we should use that as a term.
Yeah, I'm a checkers guy, so I don't know what any of those pieces look like.
Yeah. Well, the bishop looks a little phallic.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you go. So that was my mother-in-law's favorite thing. Well, you know what? Here's what you should do. Okay. You know what? Nothing like an 80-year-old just telling you to do that. That's an attractive picture.
To peel the carrot.
Really? Yeah. Don't forget that bad monkey.
Chuck the weenie.
Yeah.
Chuck the weenie, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, we're doing great. We're doing God's work here. Hey, some sad news about Limp Bizkit. They've canceled their UK and European tour.
I've been getting a bunch of text messages from people being like, dude, you hear about what's going on with Fred Durst? And I'm just like, man, I don't even know really what's going on with Fred Durst. He left a message online, but it doesn't really tell you exactly what's going on.
How old is Fred now? Is he in his 50s now?
He's probably late 40s. That's my guess. Maybe early. Maybe right at 50. Oh, 51. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That vibes, baby.
Even still, though, at 51, you still feel like that's young. I don't, look, we don't know look, a rock star lifestyle definitely can age you. So I don't know what Fred's been through in his life to put him in a situation where he would have personal health concerns. But that's what they're saying, that Fred's got going on, which is why they had to cancel this tour. He also posted a video message elaborating on the reasons for canceling the tour. Again, he didn't reveal the precise reason that his doctor urged him to stay close to home.
I have decided to do some tests to make sure I'm in good physical condition and everything's okay. To my surprise, my doctor has decided to send me a letter telling me he would not like me to tour at this time and to stay close by to do some more tests. This was very unexpected news, and I'm so sorry. I regrettably have to tell you that we're not going to be able to make it at this moment, but I know everything's going to be okay.
Okay, I hope he's going to be all right. It's weird hearing him talk with not start things off with all right, partner, or something. I don't know. I'm expecting, you just know Fred Durst for being like this over the top, boastful kind of guy, and then you hear him just sound like he's pretty down on things.
Look, I mean, everybody has a right to keep things close to the vest, but boy, it leads you to imagine like what could be going on that you can't tour, but everything's going to be okay. What kind of tests? What could be showing up? I mean, it's all very mysterious and leads me to probably think it's worse than it is.
See, but what if that's... Man, what if he caught something just by going and saying, "Hey, like I'm going overseas. I'd like to get some blood work just to make sure I'm all good." And then it comes back. Like, I mean, though, that's like to me, that's almost like a thing of like, oh, at least we found it.
It's like stories of someone getting injured and they go in to get like something taken care of. I remember it was like Roddy Piper, the late Roddy Piper, the wrestler. He hurt his back in some situation and then he went in to go get it taken care of, and then they found out that he had cancer.
Yep.
Had he not hurt his back, which is kind of a weird thing to think, like had you not got hurt, you wouldn't have found out that things were a lot worse.
Yeah.
And what doctor doesn't give you a call? I don't know why I'm like hung up on that, but it's like
a letter.
It's like that was kind of weird. Like he got a letter.
Maybe
I totally missed that. He got a letter from his doctor?
Dude, I had that when I got my physical, and they're like, I'm waiting. I'm like, are you guys ever going to get back to me and tell me how my blood work was? And then they finally get back, like, oh, everything was good. I'm like, that's thanks.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm trying to read these things, and I'm like freaking out because I'm like, I don't know what this means.
I feel like if I'm Fred Durst, I've got a doctor that can at least text me. You would hope that he's got like his own doctor.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because, you know, he's got cash. Although, you know, schlubs like you and I, we'll probably get not even a letter. They'll go, hey, go to my chart. I'll send you something in the my chart. You know, okay, fine.
Well, I hope everything's going to be all right, man.
Yeah, he said it is, so I'm going to be like Danny and be half full on this one. I'm going to be like go in Fred's word and go, yeah, right now he's got to take care of business, but he's going to be okay.
Well, it was a trip because earlier this morning I was just reading about because Faith No More, they were going to be doing some shows and then they had to cancel them and all they said was that Mike Patton, the singer, was dealing with some mental health stuff, and this is back in 2001, and nothing else was said, and you're like, well, what's going on? I hope he's okay. And apparently it just came out, he just started sharing, he deals with agoraphobia, the fear of being around people.
Oh, whoa.
And I guess with the pandemic, it got worse because then he was scared of people because of people being sick and all this, and it just kind of went to the extremes, and he's still like dealing with it with like therapy and things along those lines. But that was the reason why I'm like, man, you're in the wrong business if you're scared of people, and then you got to go perform in front of large groups of people.
Who was the dude that performed in the bathroom?
Oh crap! That was the guy from LA Guns.
Yeah,
he had a panic attack.
You know, again, I mean, you wonder if agoraphobia is part of his life. You know, if he goes to get that checked out too, because it is. We've seen that with a lot of performers. They just, you know, the limelight, they love doing the music, but all those people and all of that intensity and all of that interaction is really tough for a lot of performers. We've seen that in the rock business a lot. And so that doesn't surprise me, Steve. And I'm glad he's speaking out about it because that's a big thing. Agoraphobia is a beating because, I mean, you know, it's like if you have food issues, you know, and you got to be around food all the time, you also got to be around people. That's hard.
Well, he even said like when he was starting to do some interviews because he has a side project thing that he was trying to get out there and promote, and his PR people were just like, "You want us to let everyone know? Hey, don't ask about that." He goes, "No, I think it's better I do get asked about that and I give the answers, and if there's stuff I don't want to talk about, I'll say it. But I'd rather people know what's going on so that way it's out there and other people who are dealing with it can understand that hey, you're not the only one dealing with this kind of crap."
I do appreciate that. I know it's not easy, but it really, really helps, especially for us dudes that we don't take a look at mental health. We sometimes think it's a weakness to even focus on that. So he's doing a big service. I do appreciate that.
It was funny that he said in the interview, like, when the world shut down, he's like, great, I don't have to be around people, which is kind of funny because apparently this has been like an underlying thing that he's had, but he was able to maintain it. He's like, I'll just hang out at home and I don't have to be around anyone. This is great. But then all of a sudden when things started opening back up and they're like, hey, we want you to go back on tour. He's like, oh, no, now I'm even more terrified of people because I haven't been around them for so long.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
Which scientist was awarded the 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics?
Thomas Dolby.
No.
Thomas Einstein.
No.
Albert Einstein.
Yes.
Ah, yes, one of the great answers that you'll hear while playing Pete Migs.
Thomas Einstein.
That's it.
His little brother.
Yeah. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Pete Migs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle, bringing you Pain in the Grass this Labor Day weekend. Not one, not two, but how many days, Steve?
3 days. 4 if you include the pre-party.
That's what so really kind of 4 days, yeah.
It's going to be a blast, though. Aaron Jones actually playing not only that show with the Pretty Reckless, was it the Wednesday before Pain in the Grass at the Moore Theater?
Yeah.
He's also going to be a part of Saturday's festivities with Alice in Chains, Breaking, Benjamin, Bush. A bunch of great other bands are going to be a part of that as well. I'm looking forward to Saturday's show. And Friday, someone was just asking me about, hey, which band are you most excited to see? I'm excited to see Incubus again, man. They always put on a great live show.
Yeah, you were talking about how much you were very, very excited to see those guys.
Yes.
And what about us? I mean, people might be excited to see us at our private party. I mean, that could be a thing. Right?
Tickets are selling quick. In the past, they've sold out, so definitely get tickets before they sell out. You can hang out with us. You get tickets to the show. You get a T-shirt. You get fed. You get drinks. You get a chance to get away from all the insanity.
What else do you want? Plus, you get to see me in a semi-good mood.
Yes, and the more drinks we feed BJ, the happier he gets.
That's the key. And remember that, because sometimes, you know what, you guys don't feed me enough drinks and I get ornery.
Yeah, it's a great deal, man. When you look at it, when you actually look at the price and then do all the math of T-shirt, drink, food, all that, tickets.
Yeah.
You'd be crazy not to join us.
Yeah, and you don't have to be like Steve and cut the line to get one of our T-shirts. You can just, what Steve's famous for shows.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm always a man who believes in lines.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. If you want more info about Pain in the Grass, you know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa, Beat Migs. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs. And it's Tuesday, so it's time to turn down for Julio Gulio.
Turn down for what?
Julio Grand Slam! Did he put on a clinic yesterday at the Home Run Derby, too? He didn't win it, but boy, did he impress.
He's still hitting home runs right now.
He's still going. I know. I watched as well, and I really, really thought he was going to do it. I really did. He looked so good, and so good. I think he's adorable.
Oh, boy.
I was going to say, I feel like he's going to be popular with all people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had to Google just to make sure, okay, how old is he? Okay, he's 21. He was born in 2000, a little young for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
A little young for you, Sarah.
Yeah.
I know, it's almost 10 years, isn't it? Oh, my. Maybe a lot young for me. He's adorable, though. Let's get real. All right, let's get to this game, shall we?
Wait, you don't sound like the rep. What the hell? Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, I kicked Rev out.
Okay,
It
yeah,
was
fair.
done.
Yeah.
I was like, you got to get out of here. I'm going to cover for you. You
Yeah.
just need a little break. Go do something.
He's going to get a Julio Rodriguez jersey, he told us.
Oh, is that where he's going?
Yes.
Better get me one, too.
Boy, okay.
He's trying to get one of those all-star ones, which apparently are very hard to get. Oh.
I bet. He's like the hot commodity now.
The talk of baseball, baby.
Yeah, baby.
And he's playing again tonight. He's starting the All-Star game, which, man, how cool would it be if Julio just smashes one out in the All-Star game tonight?
Oh, he will.
I hope so. Yeah,
Oh,
me
man.
too. I think you will, too.
Yeah, I mean, they're not throwing him that easy batting practice pitching. He's going up against the best of the National League, but we'll see.
I still have faith.
All right.
All right, today we have James from Bellevue. James, are you there?
I am here.
All right, Steve, now get out. For those playing at home, James has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
What kind of car was the subject of the 2015 documentary A Faster Horse?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
What kind of car was the subject of the 2015 documentary A Faster Horse?
The Model T?
No.
The Model A?
No.
I have no idea. Pass.
What is the nickname for UFC fighter John Jones?
Pass.
Zurich is the largest city in which European country?
Austria?
No.
Switzerland?
Yes.
Nice.
Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera both kissed who at the 2003 VMAs?
Katy Perry?
No.
Pass.
How many phases of the moon are there?
4?
No.
5?
No.
3?
No. Dangerously in Love was the first solo album from which female singer?
That's a pass.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
Wow.
You got 1 correct.
Whoa.
like
Wow.
Hey, at least you didn't get a goose egg. You got
There you go.
1.
Yeah, being number 1 in this situation, not what you want, but all right. These questions weren't easy, though. Boy.
You know, sometimes you got to put some hard ones out there, okay?
What the hell did I just walk in?
Where's Julio when you need him?
Okay, wow. I'd like to tap out.
Steve, are you ready?
All right.
What kind of car was the subject of the 2015 documentary A Faster Horse?
Mustang.
Yes.
Nice work.
What is the nickname for UFC fighter John Jones?
Bones.
Yes. Zurich is the largest city in which European country?
Switzerland.
Yes. Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera both kissed who at the 2003 VMAs?
Madonna.
Yep.
Yes. How many phases of the moon are there?
Phases of the moon. I'm going to go 4.
No.
Ooh, 6.
No.
3.
No. Dangerously in Love, no. Was the first solo album from which female singer?
Beyonce.
Yes.
Beyonce.
Which ocean is the world's largest?
The Pacific.
Yes. How many hearts does an octopus have?
2.
No.
3.
Yes. Which language has the most words?
English.
Yes.
Nice.
What do the thieves set out to steal in the movie Reservoir Dogs?
Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on this one. Money.
No.
Jewelry.
Yes.
Diamonds.
Yes. There you go. I'll give it to you.
Okay, yeah, because diamonds aren't, I mean...
They're used for jewelry.
They're
I mean,
used
you
for
can
jewelry,
nitpick
but
me.
they're not
Oh, man,
jewelry.
I almost
yeah.
forgot that.
But you got that, yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter because Steve, you got 9 correct and you win 9-1.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, wasn't a big deal, really, if you didn't get the diamond.
Was his phone not working?
No, his phone was... Yeah,
See, these weren't even that hard. Steve got so many
yeah.
correct.
Well, it's, I mean, look, when Steve did get a lot
What are you
right.
talking about?
but-
Those were very difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? When there's a car movie with the word horse in there, you know, you gotta guess Mustang, don't you?
That's, dude, I have no idea about the documentary, but a Mustang just makes sense.
Yeah, because how would you know what that is? You know, so that's the thing. You know, just learning how to play this game, just taking guesses the right way. So,
We should offer like a course, like an online course on how to play.
Why
the game.
not?
Wow.
All these actors and all these musicians, they're all teaching you stuff. Why don't you teach
Right.
people how to play Beat Migs, make some cash?
Yeah, Metallica's teaching you how to play their songs. We could teach you how to play Beat Migs.
You You have to
this
be the
plan.
teacher, though, because you're like the man.
Thank you.
Yes.
Migs himself.
That's right.
Yeah, teach people how to butter corn, which
not doing that.
Okay.
This is for all ages. I'm
The one
teaching
you
you how
both-
to do trivia, BJ.
Okay, fine.
The question you both got incorrectly. How many phases of the moon are there? Does anyone know?
Oh, I would say 4, 6, 8.
8 is correct.
Thank you.
So you would have got it.
Yeah, I would. This is my 3. I always forget. I think it's only 4, and then I find out it's not, and then I'm like, okay, is there 6 or 8?
Well, there's 8. Congratulations, Steve, for whooping.
Nice work,
Moody.
Steve.
Yeah, for some reason in my head, I'm like, 1 a week. I don't know, 4. That was like the way I figured it out.
Yeah, there you go. Well, listen, I wasn't much better. I just had a better guess. All right, it is time for Listeners on the Loose, which means it's your time. How often in your life have you said, when's it going to be my time? Now it's your time. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got your calls. We got your texts. We're going to take those at 9:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What do you want to talk about? Well, it doesn't matter what you want to talk about. What matters is Steve's rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. No matter what you want to talk about, you got to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong ya. Oh, gong ya.
There we go.
And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to John in Kansas City. John, are you listening on the app?
I sure am. That's the only way I can listen anymore.
Hey, at least you can listen.
That's right, man. Make sure you get that Odyssey app. AUDACY, Odyssey. All right, what you got for us, buddy?
Yeah, but I wanted to take a minute today to say thank you to everybody, because as somebody who suffers with agoraphobia on a daily basis, it's not often we hear about it discussed in such a respectful manner.
And that we brought that up earlier, Steve, because who was suffering from agoraphobia in the music business?
Mike Patton. He's the front man of many bands, but the one that everyone knows is Faith No More, the band that sang Epic, Is It What Is It song, and it's Mr. Bongo. He's a bunch of other projects, insanely talented vocalists, but they canceled their tour in 2001 because he was battling some mental health issues, but they didn't say what they were. And he just recently in an interview came out and said he was battling agoraphobia, and it got worse with the pandemic because he realized by being away from people, he wasn't around anyone, which was nice at first, but now he's terrified of being around people again. And he's trying to get in the right mindset to do that again, and slowly but surely getting back to playing some live shows again too.
And John, this is something that's part of your life as well.
Absolutely, it is. And the only reason I go out at any point in time during the day is my wife is disabled, so she's unable to go out and do most of like the grocery shopping and stuff. So I go out and I do it, but then I have to come home and go right into self-care mode, which includes most of the time taking a double dose of my anxiety medication called hydroxyzine.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you, how is it that you can take care of the situation so that you can function the way you want to function? And so, really, and has it been that way for you your entire life, where you've had such an extreme reaction to people? Has it increased, decreased over the years?
It's ebbed and flowed over the years, and over the since 2020, basically, it's gotten really bad to the point where, like I said, I have to take my anti-anxiety medication as soon as I get home. But in the past, I've been able, when it's not been as bad, I've been able to handle it through some basic non-medicated self-care, which is something that everybody should be focusing on if they have any form of a mental health issue.
Well, dude, I'm so happy to hear that that you at least found something in our show. I do appreciate that. It's always good to hear from you too, John. You're a good dude. Steve, this is the second person, because I forget. I think also Mike talked about how the pandemic really just exacerbated the situation. His agoraphobia.
It went from this is awesome, I don't have to be around people, to then being like, I now have to be around people. How do I adjust to this again? Because now it's even more terrifying. On top of it, because he hadn't had practice, quote unquote, I don't know how else to determine, of being around people, but also, people were scared of getting sick, and he was scared of getting sick, and on top of it, already scared of being around people.
Yeah, and more and more of this stuff is coming out, and there are some old dogs, people in my generation and older, not just limited to that, who just go, "Come on, well, everyone's got a problem," but really it's because we are learning to deal with our problems in a way that's not abusive, because people used to self-medicate in order to deal with whatever issue they had, and that never went well for the folks around you. So more and more this mental health stuff is coming out so that people can find a way to deal with this stuff in a non-hurtful way to others. And so I'm happy that, more and more people are sharing this, because it really, really does help. Because, boy, you don't want to have to suffer in silence, or even worse, your suffering is causing somebody else's suffering. So good on you, John.
All right, this is definitely on the flip side of let's head towards the more ridiculous of texts from our listeners.
Well, that is, that's our brand. That's really what we're experts in.
It's all about balance, BJ.
Yeah, we have
the yin and the yang.
We don't know anything about real stuff, but stupidity, that's our thing.
And I'm not one to judge which is a better or worse thing, but this might be one of the greatest texts of all time.
Okay, here we go.
You guys should have a wiener toss at Pain in the Grass. Single elimination bracket style, with the winner getting a big wiener trophy.
In.
Oh, there we go.
In. What if we do it during the BJ and Migs party, both days?
Yes. Oh, the wiener toss, that.
Our first ever wiener toss.
Wow. Okay. Listen, I love the idea. Is someone going to get the wieners and the rolls and the trophy?
We just hired a new person in promotions. This should be their first job.
Yeah, that's right. I think her name is Erica. Erica, welcome aboard.
Welcome to Odyssey Seattle. And more importantly, KISW, the Rock of Seattle. We need you to buy us some wieners.
Yeah. Erica, all of your college education and all of the great career stuff you've done already has led you to the moment where you need to buy bulk wieners. Congratulations, Erica.
Hey, don't forget the buns. Somebody needs to catch those.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely need buns.
Yeah. I think this is what Eric has been waiting for her entire life, is to have to work with idiots like us. Congratulations, Erica.
Dude, how great would this be? We have our shirts are like the first ever BJ and Migs wiener toss.
Yeah.
And we could have oh man, I could just see it right now.
I don't even know.
Maybe the wiener's giving devil horns.
Yeah. Okay. All right, listen. This isn't the dumbest thing that you've come up with, so I'm kind of happy about it.
I'm kind of excited about this.
We get a wiener trophy, that could be for the one who wins.
Do we have enough time to get one made?
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh boy, do we have enough time to?
Oh, sweet Jesus! There are already ones that are created.
Oh, whoa, that looks very phallic.
No, it looks like a rocket ship.
You got a face.
Okay, that looks like
face. It has legs.
That looks like a Jeff Bezos rocket ship.
Well, what does that cost? It's a hot dog. I can't help its form.
That's true. What's that cost?
$25.
That's worth it.
All right, make it, Vicky. Let's do it.
We get two of them. One for Friday, one for Saturday.
All right, get two of those, Vic.
Oh.
All right, we've got the wiener trophy.
I think we get this expense. We got to run this by Ryan Castle, of course, but I think he would be in on this. And Ryan, if you're listening, give us a ring or a text to let us know you're on.
Vicky, don't order those trophies until we get the company's.
And what if we just pick random rockaholics that come to our party?
Yep.
And they get to be a part of the wiener toss, and I think we should be part of the exhibition.
Oh yeah.
Oh really? We got to try to do it.
Well, you don't have to be.
I'm
not here to twist anybody's arm to do anything.
Dude, do you understand the trauma you're putting me through?
I know, because you had hot dogs thrown at you.
Yes, exactly. That comedy show. You're bringing me back to a very dark moment of my entertainment career.
You know what? We will make sure that you're always positioned behind the thrower.
Okay, good.
That way you never have to worry about a hot dog hitting you in the face.
I spent a lot of money on therapy having to get over that hot dog throwing incident.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, this is such a great idea.
The wiener toss.
Yeah. All right. It's an idea. I'm going to give you that. This is such an idea.
I can already see the shirts right now. Too.
Right?
BJ and Migs with a big old weenie on it.
A wiener and a bun giving off that devil horn. Someone said, screw the trophy, get a wiener championship belt.
Ooh.
Oh, my buddy Tom makes awesome championships, but I don't think we have that time.
Yeah, I don't think we have the time.
Or the money.
Plus, if you haven't seen the wiener trophy, it looks pretty amazing. Who's going to want to put this anywhere? Because people are going to think the wrong thing.
That's the best part, is that person will then walk around the rest of the day, a pain in the grass, holding this trophy that does look like a certain toy.
Looks like a gold-plated device.
Oh, man. I'm all on board on this one. I think this might be one of our greatest events ever.
Well, it is your idea. Well, I guess it was the texter's idea. Okay, that's a good point. It is the texter's idea. But, boy, honestly, it's like the texter and you. The texter knows you. It's sort of like, that's a slam dunk. You send an idea to Steve that's about wieners, and Steve's like, I'm in.
So I want to know, can you guys please explain the game a little bit so we know what you're talking about? Yeah, so earlier this morning, there was a guy who had the record, but then he lost it, and then he just won it back for who can throw the wiener the furthest and catch it in the bun.
Yes, you have to throw a hot dog, and it looks like I don't know if it's cooked, but it's at least raw or cooked.
It looked like it wasn't cooked.
Yeah. So it's
it was
a raw hot
super
dog.
floppy.
All right, then. So you throw a raw hot dog as far as you can, but the other person at the other end must catch it with the bun in order for it to count.
You know, we could kind of do it too, which would be a great idea, is to have line a bunch of listeners up one by one. So you have your thrower and your catcher, and you throw it, and they catch it, they take one step back, and then the elimination round, whoever wins it all, or something like that.
This could be a long party.
That is a long party.
Make sure you, again, you guys are really good with the ideas, but execution's important. I don't want to get there and have you guys go, well, we don't know really how to make this. But so Danny's at least got the germ of how this is going to be.
I've got an idea, but then we could also, like they say, do bracket style somehow.
Oh, wow. We are really, okay. This could be an event for every BJ and Migs party that we have.
I don't know how many people are actually going to be able to pull this off.
Ooh.
Well, we'll have a little box, right? And people can sign up if they want to be part of it. But
we'll just take people at random. And no, I think that then we pick the pitcher, and then they get to pick their catcher. And it could be one of the members of the show, except for BJ.
Yeah.
Oh, I see how it is.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
I'm liking this more and more as we go along.
It's a good thing you don't have me as a catcher, because you would lose.
Well, also, I don't want to risk you getting hit in the face with a wiener, because I know that's very traumatic for you, because it's happened before.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's going to be hard for me to see those wieners fly. Yes. But I'm going to see what I can do.
Do we treat it like a home run derby? Like we have a set spot, and then
Oh, right.
I don't know. We'll figure.
Somebody sent an email to Julio Rodriguez to see if he would like to participate. Maybe they'll be in town that weekend.
I mean, he's probably busy trying to win a pennant. But
if you tell him it's a wiener toss, he's going to drop everything. I mean, he's the J-Rod show. Why not the J-Rod Wiener show? That doesn't sound right. All right, we'll get back to you.
BJ and Migs Great Wiener Off 2022. Someone
the
just
Great Wiener Off.
I think we need wiener toss in there.
Yeah, the wiener toss.
The Great Wiener Toss. I like putting great in it, though.
Yeah, oh, do you? Well, yeah, there you go. Well, it's probably because you think it's a great idea. This
might be one of my favorite ideas the listenner's ever given us.
I do like
it this is definitely, like I said, this is an idea, and we're happy to get it.
Well, hey, you don't hate the idea. That's
true.
That's a step up in the right direction.
I think it's because basically Stockholm Syndrome. You've beat me down with all of your bad ideas that I'm like, well, this is not completely terrible.
So I want to know if Sarah could be their catcher.
Yeah.
Hey, well, it's anybody from the show, right?
Is she okay, though, with handling meat? I don't want to put anyone in awkward positions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sure J-Rubs could vouch for her handling of meat.
Well, you just went really down a dark road.
No, he eats a barbecue all the time.
And does she handle the meat for him?
Yeah, I'm sure she does. She has to bring it out there.
Does she have to? I mean, he could do it too.
I thought you were saying like he would step in for her. He would be her champion.
That could be too.
No, I mean either she's in it or she's not. Yeah.
I feel like
Vicky, would you be opposed to catching meat at Pain in the Grass's BJ and Migs party?
With some buns? No.
Okay. I'm in. I know, Danny, you'd be up for catching it, right?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Joe, thumbs up?
John, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Even though it's meat, huh? Joe's in.
Yeah, he doesn't have to eat it.
You can wash your hands after.
And hot dogs? I mean, are we really sure it's meat?
That's true.
That's it. Well, I feel like it's every other part that you're not supposed to use from the animal.
I'll have to hit my buddy Chris and see if he can come up with a cool logo for the Great Wiener Toss 2022.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's, you do that.
You know you're going to wear that shirt.
Yes, you are.
Oh, hold on a second. Sarah's she's in right now.
Oh, nice.
We'll get an official answer, yes or no, whether or not Sarah will handle the meat.
Sarah, would you be up for being a catcher of the meat? The wieners?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice.
I will catch all the wieners.
Even if it's real meat?
Yeah, I'll catch it.
Okay.
You wash your hands after?
Yeah, I'm not catching this in my mouth. So.
No, you're catching in your bun.
I can catch your meat
in
in
a
my
bun.
bun.
Yes.
Okay, that's not what okay. Please, you know what?
In a bun.
Yeah, I'm so in. I think I'd be very good at this.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's one listener that gets Sarah as their catcher.
Yeah, let's go.
Now, should we get jerseys made? Now that's even.
Man.
Listen,
maybe the second annual. We step it up a little bit. We get
jerseys.
Hats.
Yeah, all right, because it's still summer. You know, you want to keep it light, don't you?
Tank tops.
Yeah.
I'd be
there
so
we go.
in
Yeah.
for a jersey or a tank top.
And on the back it says sun's out, buns out.
Yes.
They should be shorts, and this should be set on the butt.
Oh boy.
Come on.
I don't know how many.
We could have a whole clothing line.
Yeah, we could.
Okay,
of the wiener toss.
Or Vicky and I can wear the shorts.
We'll even make you some socks, BJ.
This is how you guys get me. Again, with all of these lovely ideas, you get me to agree on the less worst.
Someone said, are you guys going to do a salad toss for the vegans? No.
Okay, that's, I see where everyone's going there.
I mean, it might be a shortage of produce. I don't know if we should go down that road.
Yeah. Okay.
It's really hard to catch salad, too.
But no,
you
you're
got a big enough bowl.
That's true.
Yeah, all you got to do is just toss it, though, Danny, and you'll be surprised. Right. You don't have to toss it far.
We'll save that. We'll workshop that one for next year's Pain in the Grass.
Oh, will we? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Let's get through the wiener toss first.
Okay. You pick the topic. You guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Got more of your calls and more of your texts at 935 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone said, I just watched the trailer for the new Lord of the Rings series on Amazon Prime. Getting pretty pumped. What about you guys?
Ooh, I didn't realize there was a new trailer. I'm behind.
Yeah, I'm not excited at all. Sorry.
Yeah, you're the wrong guy for this. I don't even think Vicky's the right person for this. I don't even know if Vicky's seen Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I've seen all of them. It's just, I feel like you've seen like one standalone series. You've seen them all. Like that's how it felt like watching The Hobbit for me. I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm not excited. I really don't care.
That's what I figured. I knew that. I knew there was a don't care out of you. I wasn't sure.
Poor texters was thinking wrong. I'm like, dude, we can't wait to see it. I'm like, I have zero interest. Vicky's like, I don't care.
My thing is, like,
Danny's not even paying attention at this point.
You guys are talking about
Rev left because he wouldn't want to talk about it.
There's so many shows that have come out, and even like there's the Lord of the Rings shows, and they're doing the prequels to Game of Thrones, which is kind of the same thing. And then they did that other version on Prime. And there's just so much. I can't keep up.
It's overload. Are we finally having too much? Are we finally overloaded on geeky stuff?
Now you know what you should watch is the Munsters, and then you guys, that's all your problems are solved. Exactly.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, the fantasy realm in Lord of the Rings, but I'll watch it. I mean, and I also will watch the Game of Thrones prequel because it's got Matt Smith in it, who's an actor I like over there in England. So used to be a Doctor Who. But I am excited to see the trailer because I didn't know it dropped. So that's cool.
I was too busy, watching, of course, trying to watch that home run derby yesterday, and then, of course, Tatum had to step in, and she wanted to watch a video on Peppa Pig Land. So we watched a 25 or 30-minute video of a woman that went through the entire amusement park, and we sat there and watched this, and it was the funniest thing because she's just jacked. And I was like, man, I wish you understood the concept of time because we're not going until October, but. She's so excited. And it was cool, though, because we're watching, certain roller coasters. I'm like, would you ride that? She's like, uh-huh. I'm like, okay, I'm holding you to this because I want to go on these damn roller coasters.
Yeah.
Even though they're kiddie roller coasters, but they make them fun for adults.
Yeah, hopefully, she'll not be afraid and want to go on them. Hopefully, because that's the way they design them, because that would be fun for both of you since you love roller coasters. And she knows she's going. She just thinks it's, tomorrow or in 10 minutes?
Right, later on last night. I was like, no, we're not going tonight. You have no concept of time or travel. I understand. You're 2.5, but come on, let's get going.
That's how I went.
That's October.
Really. She's not much different than me.
So I feel like we'll be watching that video probably every week now.
Oh, yeah, you will.
To kind of keep the excitement level going.
See, Vicky, Steve's got no time for anything because he's Peppa Pigland guy now.
And then we also had to watch the Legoland one just to kind of see what Legoland is like because it's in Legoland.
Oh,
that actually looks like a lot of fun. I've never even thought once to go to Legoland, but now watching the video, it's pretty awesome. Like they do crazy giant Lego sculptures, and they also have a water park.
Okay, so Peppa Pigland is in Legoland.
Yes.
Oh.
Or it's a part of it. I think you still have to pay extra to go into, you have to pay extra to go into a water park. You have to pay extra to go into Peppa Pigland.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, listen, you bring the checkbook.
Money.
Yeah. Bring the money, buddy.
Pretty much. Open up the wallet.
Bring the Bitcoin.
Good thing flights are cheap, though. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know, dude. It is. Oh, it's insane.
So I said, Migs, are you excited for Ric Flair's last match? LOL. I am, actually. I'm going to watch it.
Shouldn't we ask Vicky? I bet she'll give us a say.
Vicky, are you excited about Ric Flair's last match?
Yeah, totally don't care.
Who doesn't want to see a man in his 70s who's had heart issues wrestle one more time?
I didn't realize Ric Flair was that. Yeah, he's really going to. How is this? What kind of match is this going to be?
They just announced yesterday it's going to be a tag team match. So it's him And actually, his daughter Charlotte's husband, which is a wrestler, he's a guy Andrade El Idolo. He's part of AEW, was part of WWE at one point. So it's his son-in-law and him, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
Taking on Jeff Jarrett, who's an old school guy, and then Jay Lethal, who's a close friend of Ric Flair. So he's putting himself in a very safe situation. I know some people are like, oh my gosh, he's going to die in there. But I think they're doing it the right way. And
they're doing it the right way.
Well, they're doing it with the least chance of death, I think. Because it is kind of like, what the hell is this guy going to do?
But is it going to look like anything? That that's the thing. Is that you wrestle. What could he do that would make you not think it's not an old man match?
Well, it will be an old man match.
So it's going to be all right. So he's just going to.
It'll just be nostalgic. He'll do some of the things he's known for. He's been posting some training videos, and he's better than I would expect at that age. Like, I would be like, dude, you're going to break something. But he's doing it, and I think he just wants to go out with one last hurrah. But watch, I mean, this thing is already selling like crazy. It's going to sell out like this big arena.
Oh, all right.
So all of a sudden they're like, well, maybe I do one more. And then next thing you know, it's like he's just going to do it until he's done. But
yeah, well, I mean, it's hard to turn down the cash, especially if he's filling up arenas.
They put out a hype video, and I got all excited about it. It's a trip down nostalgia for us wrestling fans, but it is also a little like, oh boy, this is going to be rough.
I guess there's that. I mean, what if you like to see people who they go out doing what they love doing best. So you have that chance with this.
Well, I sure as hell hope that he doesn't like pass from this.
I know, but there's that possibility that this guy. I mean, gosh, okay.
Yeah, man, the guy I think it's just like that's just in his blood. Like, some people like. You don't feel like you're living if you're not doing what you love to do. I mean, I see that with hockey, like, guys playing into their 90s. I haven't played with anyone in their 90s, but I've played with plenty of people in their 60s, and they're obviously not at the same speed as they once were, and you could tell in their eyes are a little frustrated by that, but they're still having the time of their life because they're out there and they're just, this isn't like, you're not doing it for anything, like you're not paying your bills from it, but with Rick, I got to imagine it's the same thing. Like, this is just what defines him as a human being, and now he'd like to do it one more time.
And and like you said, the arena's selling out, so it's something that seems like it's a great idea. Fans are supporting it.
It's a spectacle.
Yeah, and you don't know what you're going to see here, buddy. Could be Rick's last match. Really?
Well, I don't hope for that. And see, why'd you have to throw that really part in? Because now it's like I'm not watching this with hopes of like it not ending badly for the
See, my thing is when a guy's in his 70s going there doing something like that, oh man, that's a possibility.
And he just posted this video where he got attacked by his opponent and he's bleeding already, and I'm like, oh boy, it's just going to be one of those things, man. It's going to be a lot of blood.
Things. Okay, all right, Rick. Well, you know what? I hope that I hope it goes well. How's that?
Vicky's showing you the video.
Oh, okay. All right. And who's on the ground?
That's Ric Flair.
He's on the ground getting attacked by his opponents like that?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Jeez. He does look old.
Well, he is old. He's 72.
Oh, man. I'm not sure this is a good idea.
And I think from all the years of cutting himself and bleeding, his skin is probably just so sensitive that if you just like fleck it, all of a sudden it just starts leaking blood.
I got to tell you, though, if this is what it's going to be like where he's just going to get beat up, he can do that. I mean, that doesn't take a lot,
Rick,
right?
just lay there.
And look at the blood everywhere. Are you kidding me?
No.
Okay.
I'm not.
That is not real blood.
Yeah, it's real blood.
It looks really like too orangey to be real.
I guarantee that's real blood. I don't know why I'm arguing over this. It's not a hill I'm willing to die on, but I bet you anything that's real blood.
You think that's his blood?
100%.
So you think
I watched a documentary once where he was like clenching his head so hard that blood started trickling out of his forehead.
Oh, so you think that's a lot of blood, and you think that's really his? I thought you were kidding.
Oh, no.
You really think
he's selling tickets, brother. He's got to bleed for that.
Oh, wow.
Red equals green, bro.
That's not a good look, sir, for a 72-year-old. And who's beating him up? Is that
That's
another
Jeff
guy from
Jarrett.
the senior?
Yeah, former.
Oh, is that from the senior community? What's going on?
Yeah, he's part of the old age home that they all live together. They're part of the HOA, and there's some issues with the grass. So that
what are they mad about? The mahjong? Is that what is this a mahjong disagreement?
Rick took his boner pills and he's mad at him.
Ah, there we go. That's it.
That's the storyline.
That's a great storyline. I'm sticking to it, as it were.
Talking about things coming back, so I want to know, what do you guys think about Toys R Us making a comeback?
I'm in.
100%.
This is news to me. When did this start happening?
I don't know. The text is just asking that. I don't know if they're trying to put that into the universe or...
No, they're actually coming back, but I believe that it's just like they're coming back to Macy's stores. Like they're going to have like Toys R Us inside Macy's.
Oh, well, that's, when you take a look at how well Walmart and Target have done with toy sales, it's interesting that Macy's wants to get in that game.
I didn't even think about that, but you're absolutely right. Dude, it's ridiculous at Walmart.
Yeah.
That's the spot to go. Like, we go to the one Walmart, there's one in Bonnie Lake that's just big, and it's got a great toy section.
Wow, I'm thinking of all the Macy's stores. It's like, okay, how big of the section is it going to be?
The stores will range in size from 1,000 square feet to smaller locations to up to 10,000 square feet. And the flagship stores like big cities like in Atlanta, Chicago, Honolulu, Hawaii, Austin, San Francisco, New York, Miami, LA.
So I'm confused. Are they going to be standalones or are they going to be inside of Macy's?
Inside of Macy's.
But it looks
big ass Macy's.
Whoa, they're going to give them 10,000 square feet in some Macy's. Okay.
But it seems like the Toys R Us products have been available on their website since like last August, and as well as ToysRUs.com. So you could still buy them online.
No, but there's something fun about going to a Toys R Us and walking around and seeing all the toys, especially now being a dad and having a kid. Like, Target's cool, don't get me wrong, but it's it's not that big.
Yeah.
I want a whole freaking store of toys.
That was Lily and mine's favorite thing to do when she was probably like 2-3 years old, is just going to Toys R Us. And she wouldn't even want to buy anything. She just wanted to go look. And just like they had those cars you could sit in, or they would have the bouncy balls. And it was just it was actually something to do.
It's
and
like
it was
a playground.
And I wouldn't even have to buy anything by the end of it. It was just like, this was a great day.
That's why it closed, because people like you not buying stuff. Jeffrey's broke.
Don't get me wrong.
Jeffrey's living on the streets because of you.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Around Christmas time, I sure gave him a lot of money.
Poor Jeffrey, all those needle marks in his neck because of Danny.
Wow.
Oh, so that's where giraffes do heroin, huh?
Well, the neck's, you got a lot of space.
Fair.
So, I mean,
it's got dark.
Yeah. All right, so, congratulations to Toys R Us and Jeffrey getting off his heroin addict.
I'm all on board. Man, that would make me so happy. Every time we go by that Toys R Us, because Toys R Us in Puyallup is basically the Spirit Halloween store now.
Yeah.
It's been like that for a couple of years, which is just crazy to think like there's just a building that just isn't being used for pretty much 11 months of the year. And then becomes a Halloween store. But man, every time I see it, I'm like, man, what a bummer.
Sorry,
I grew up going to Toys R Us.
Well, it's coming back for you, buddy.
Yeah,
How about that?
It's not. I have to go to like Honolulu or Atlanta. It said
for the big ones.
Yeah, I want a big one.
Oh, fair enough.
All right.
I just hope it's not like the last time I went to a Toys R Us. I went inside and 90% of it was baby stuff and clothes. Like it had a small video game section, some toys, and all babies. So as long as they come back to what we remember, I'm okay with this.
Okay, well, you know what? You're putting conditions on a company that pretty much Danny never spent money at. So good luck. Good luck to all of us.
Hey, the texter just said, "Hey guys, I just bought myself some tickets to the BJ and Migs party at Pain in the Grass, just in case you guys actually do the big wiener toss, because I want to be a part of it."
Well, we will, as soon as we get this by Ryan Castle, we will make an announcement as soon as possible of whether or not the wiener toss is a real thing.
Damn straight.
Yeah,
I'm willing it into existence, BJ.
Well, and also Ryan Castle's got bad judgment, so I feel like this will probably happen. Yeah, so, because this sounds like the kind of idea that he would think is good, and we know the drunken charge. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I think if anyone would enjoy a good wiener toss, it would be Ryan Castle.
Oh, no doubt about it. Are you kidding me? Oh. Speaking of Ryan Castle, we're going to put him on the spot because since we're talking about this and he's coming up next, the heck with the question, we're going to say, Ryan, is this a bad enough idea that you are behind it? We are going to do this, man. Yes. Will the wiener toss happen?
Let's go.
We're going to put it to the man, Ryan Castle. Will he let us? Oh, you'll find out at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
Well, this is the question. Will Ryan Castle endorse the wiener toss?
Well, we need to explain, Ryan, what the wiener toss is. So, Ryan.
Yeah, I just caught the tail end of it there, and
I see what you did there.
I'm always down for a wiener toss, but I think I need details.
He said he caught the tail end of a wiener, so we'll just let that go.
So a guy broke the record.
So many jokes there.
You guys, let's be mature about this. This is very serious.
Sure.
The wiener toss.
Okay.
A guy broke the record for tossing a wiener the furthest and had a buddy catch it in the buns. And so a rockaholic, a texter, just said, you guys should do that at Pain in the Grass. And we figured, what better place to do it than at the BJ and Migs party on Friday and Saturday? We have a wiener toss tournament. It's the Great Wiener Toss 2022 with BJ and Migs. We have T-shirts. We have trophies. They actually make trophies that have giant wieners on them, and they don't look phallic at all. And we do this competition at Pain in the Grass.
And well, I'm gonna have to bring in the legal department for sure.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, wow! Really? I didn't realize I'd bring.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are wieners involved, and us as well. I just
and plus we know we have a new member of the KSW staff, and welcoming Erica to the team, and it's going to be her first job.
Of course. This is what she's dreamed of, I'm sure, is being able to take all that great knowledge she's had in her life and work with us idiots on the wiener toss.
Something tells me she's going to want to be in Portland that weekend.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Fair.
Yeah, I can't really make it. Sorry.
Let me tell you guys, goosebumps. Seriously.
Of course you did, yeah.
I mean,
I told you
it's this kind of brilliance and creativity that has made this show so successful for so long. I love it, and I can't wait to watch it. I just want to know who's pitching and who's catching.
Yeah.
Well, we picked the Rockaholics. They are the pitchers, and they can choose whoever to be their catcher, including members of the team, except for BJ because he has a traumatic experience with hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Getting hit in the face with wieners all the time could lead to PTSD.
But Sarah's in for catching the meat.
Okay, great.
She is.
She said it on the air.
Yeah, we're just. Of course,
Ryan, can't wait.
Yeah, of course, Ryan likes this idea. It's a horrible idea. And
let it be written.
Yeah, let it be.
I do love a bad idea.
Yeah, he does. All right. Well, here's another bad idea. Spend the rest of your morning with Ryan Castle. That's another bad idea. He's up next.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
And it is allowing fans to make an action figure that looks just like them.
Well, if they can make me an Ewok.
Ooh. Oh,
at least you have hair on your face.
Thanks, Rev. What if they made me a bald Ewok? I'm one of them.
Even better.
I'm a hairless Ewok for those that have allergies.
Oh, God.
That would be so awesome to see your head on top of an Ewok's body. That would be pretty hysterical.
I mean, it's pretty much what life is. Like, from the neck up, I'm hairless, and from the neck down, just
there you go.
I'm a hairy Ewok.
BJ and Migs mornings on The Rock 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Well, bankruptcy costs, of course, vary depending on what type of case you're filing. There's a certain amount of court costs and other out-of-pocket costs that you're going to have in any case. The filing fees in a bankruptcy case are about $300, whether you file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. One of the things to watch out for when you're shopping for bankruptcy attorneys or looking at the different cost options is that a lot of times, especially the really cheap places, don't tell you up front about all the court costs and whatnot that you're going to have to pay in addition to the attorney fees. So make sure that you get the full picture when you're comparing prices of bankruptcy lawyers on what the attorney fees are, how much your court costs are going to be, so that you can really make a true comparison.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.